Here we go. We're live. Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Sibling
the world's
rivalry.
ending. The world's ending.
Our channel.
Put
Rivalry.
your aluminum foil hat on. The world's ending. I'm Ray. And it's been rough. It's been a rough week. It's been a week, and the markets are crashing. Crypto stocks are crashing. There's talks of Russia invading Ukraine, China invading Taiwan.
Yeah, we're going to war again.
Walmart shelves are empty. Walmart.
Isn't that crazy?
Walmart, out of all people, shelves are empty.
Everywhere shelves are empty. And that's
inflation's going up.
State,
Prices are going up.
Lines.
Yeah, across state lines.
Everywhere you go.
Everybody, it's
I was
here
up
in
in
PA.
Vermont.
It's over in New York.
I was up in Vermont. Their shelves are pretty bare.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's crazy. How do you know we're live?
Because we're live. That's
Are
it.
we
We're
live?
here. But so we were talking about how like the weather can definitely affect you.
I'll turn this
and when
just
it's
a
colder,
little because I feel like we're cutting you off. Of this.
I can't even see myself. I'm
Yeah.
just going with the flow. Oh my god, I look cold.
Now why is everything rocking? We're rocking, rolling, and falling over here.
You
don't want to turn on your light?
Oh shit.
Oh,
I don't think I brought the wire.
Are we being heard? Because you plugged in the mic this time.
Yep.
So let's do.
That's hilarious. I don't think I brought
check.
the wire because I was in my bag and I didn't pull out an extra wire. That's hilarious. I don't think I brought the wire because I was
Audio
in my
works.
bag and I didn't
Audio's
pull out an
good.
extra wire.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I feel like I've been slacking. Oh, it is in here. It is in here. Oops.
The world is.
It's the cold. My brain is frozen.
Your brain's frozen?
My brain is frozen.
Oh, I can't. I feel like I'm such a recluse right now. Like, I'm really, like, I get bears in hibernation. Like, I don't want to leave my house right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, the cold just makes me not want to do anything. It's like I lose all motivation to do anything. But then in the summertime, I'm like, I want to do everything.
I mean, we feed off of the sun. We literally take energy from the sun. It powers us.
Yes, and I think that's another reason why they want us indoors. With this whole, Oh, here we go. Here we go. I saw some lights. I don't know, now I'm, like, programmed. I feel like it's not, like we're not live if I don't see lights on me. Oh, there we go. We're live. Yes, we are live. Oh,
that's
now let's
bright.
my eyeballs. I need shades. Oh.
That's getting brighter. What am I
I feel like I'm at the dentist.
Wait, I'm just changing the... Okay.
No, that's brighter.
I don't know what I'm doing! All right, here we go. The ribs! The ribs. What ribs?
Diva. Why am I a diva?
Ah! We're falling over.
We're falling. What is going on here? See, this is a live show.
Okay.
Anything can happen. We fix it while we're live.
Damn it, none of this gets any tighter.
Need them lights on them? yeah, man. It's going to my head. I'm getting a big head already. All right, that works. Now just turn it just a little right there. Perfect. That should have us all in it. Beautiful.
Woo! All right. This is not bright enough.
Now who's the diva? I like the little earmuffs.
Thank you. Keep the ears
and the
warm.
bubble
Keep the ears
coat to
warm.
match them. I see.
Got
She's
the
always got
scarf
her little
on.
stylish. And I guarantee she put all that on to match my cherry blossoms in the back. Cause see, the vibe over there. She gets a good vibe.
Actually, you know what? I was gonna wear a red coat today, and I was like, "Wait, Ray's couch is red," and I didn't wear my red coat.
You blend in. Just woke up to catch you guys. Great start to the day.
Hey,
Perfect. We like to
welcome.
hear
Thank
that.
you.
Welcome back to the show, even though there's a lot going on in the world right now. So let's just talk about it. Because you know what? It's really hard to stay positive right now.
So this is like my news outlet right here. This is where I get all the information from.
Yeah, you're disconnected.
Yeah.
And look, granted, there is a piece at being disconnected. Like, my friends are like, oh, I don't know what's going on. But there's also an ignorance.
This is true.
And so when you walk into the store and you're like, why is the shelves empty? You didn't prepare, right? Because you see
Well, no, but this has been happening like over a period of time. This wasn't overnight.
I get that.
This was like over like the last like
I
3,
get that,
4
but when
months.
do you know when it's gonna end? right? And what to do now. Like, what are you going to do now?
Right now, I'm just buying extra of a little few things here and there.
Right. See, so you're prepping, right? You're starting to
prep.
But
not in like an asshole way like people did with the toilet paper. Like, you don't go and you empty the shelf. No, you go and you grab one extra, honestly, bag of this, 2 extra.
Like, I haven't been to Walmart. That's all I've been hearing is like, hey, the stores have been empty and all that. But like, I want to go and I want to see like how's canned goods doing. Like, the stuff that you can survive off
what's
years.
crazy? You know what's crazy? Like, ShopRite, they always have, like, their annual or whatever, their can sale. Yeah. So, they usually, like, stack up all their cans and everything. Mm-hmm. They're currently having it, or it just ended or something. It was going on for a while. But, like, I went into the store, and, like, that aisle looked okay.
The cans? Yeah. All right, so that's good because people are like, I know, friends from DC, they're like, it's hard to find it, like, fresh produce, like fresh meat and stuff like that. Like, meat has been ridiculously going up in price.
It has. I'm more concerned about the produce, though, like fruits,
right, the veggies. Produce and stuff like that, too. Like, it's hard to find fresh stuff in stores. Like, they're gone. Like, people are actually driving to, like, other counties.
You know what's going to be nice, though? Come spring. When all the farmers markets start,
I hope so, but
right now, again.
But right now, it's not a growing issue. It's a delivery issue. Like the issue is right now. Have you noticed like mail has been slowing down?
Yes, it has been.
Like Amazon packages used to be 2 days. Now it's like a week for you to get a package, right? It's the supply chain is kind of broken right now, and it's getting worse. Like I heard up in Canada, the truckers were mandated for the jab, and they were like, you know what, we're going on strike.
Oh, which is crazy. So we just had another mandate where to cross the border you have to show your vax card.
Do you?
Yeah. So anything coming from Mexico, anything coming from Canada by road, if you're just driving in, which includes the truckers, you have to be.
Well, the only thing I've heard as far as like the vax and Kofifi, once again everything is going back and forth, like with the masks, how that all started. They were like, you don't need to wear a mask at 95. Then they were like, oh, you need to wear a mask. And they were like, oh, wear 2 masks. Now they're saying that cloth masks are no good. They're going back they're going back to the N95s. Yeah. So I heard that
I got myself a pack.
Colleges are starting to say they're starting to ban the cloth masks.
Really?
Yeah. So they're enforcing the N95 masks. So I'm like, when is this all gonna end? Yeah. When's it all gonna end?
I feel like they're taking advantage now.
They are.
Like, I think that
that's why I told you, compliance.
Like, if they were just testing something, like, do that for 6 months. Do it for a year, and then that's it.
It's not taking advantage. It's taking power. Like, they're holding a power over us. And it's that sense, once again, it goes back to the whole, if you're scared, if you're fearful of something, I can control you through your fear. Right. When it really should be more of, I can't control you because of your love and your bond. And that goes back to what we always say, community. Yeah. If community is strong, other entities can't take you down. Yeah. But that's what they're doing.
It reminds me of, so when I used to live with Ma, up on the hill, remember when the tow trucks used to come around? And like they would like basically bribe you, like you give them cash, they won't tow your shit. Do you remember that at Ma's house?
Yeah.
And it was happening for a while.
But the neighbors would come out and be like, "Yo, the tow trucks are coming, move your car."
Yes, like So there was that sense of community where the neighbors were like, "Oh my God, that's your car," or like, "Oh, I know that's your somebody visiting you." So we had that, and the one time I like yelled at one of them. One of the
like, why do you guys come over here? Oh, because we gotta make our money.
I was like still in high school. I was definitely like 17, and I went out like I yelled at the dude, and he was like, "Oh, we have." His excuse was, "Oh, the office like tells us to come around." I was like, "The office is closed right now."
Yeah, ain't nobody telling you to come around.
Yeah, like,
you're coming around because you make money. I
did not like that.
Yeah, because you're making money, and that's
how it is. I like that sense of community. Yeah. And like that's what drove me to say something, because it wasn't one of our cars that was getting towed that time. It was my neighbor's car.
Right. So you went and knocked on the door. And that's the sad part about it is like right now, a lot of communities don't have that because they're like, well, that guy voted for so-and-so. Or that guy didn't wear his mask. Like that's what they're doing. They're making us be divided.
They're dividing us.
They're dividing us.
Yeah.
And it's like, and once again, it's through fear. And it's a great, the book 1984. Reference that, where the neighbors would be ratting out neighbors. Yeah. And we're seeing that now. Like we're seeing people ratting out other people who, don't have the jab, who are now wearing the masks, all this stuff. And once again, you know, I get it. I get Kofifi is, you know, it's like rolling the dice. Some people will recover. Some people may die from it. I get that. But if you look at the numbers, a lot of people are recovering from it. Yeah. You know? It's like, is this outrage? What's all this that's going on? Is it, like, does it warrant, you know, like, I'm balancing it. Like, is it,
I feel like really,
if
the numbers from this warrants this response,
then
we are severely
unprepared for something worse.
No, we're severely ignoring.
That's what I'm seeing.
We're severely ignoring actual, you know, causes of death. Like heart disease.
Yeah,
we make this thing about heart disease.
Right, but that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me crazy. Like, I'll see on Facebook, and then, you know, not to knock women again, but it comes from like.
But he's gonna knock women.
No, but it's the women posting. They're like, oh, you know, don't shame somebody for their body, and then they'll have a picture of a really big girl, and like me being a big guy. Like, I want people to tell me, like, Ray, when are you going to lose weight? Like, it's your health. It's your health. Like, we should say that. Yeah. Like, if we can warrant you... Like, I see videos on Twitter and on YouTube of people going up to somebody and saying, why aren't you wearing your mask? But yet, we can't do that to somebody saying, why are you eating that cheeseburger? Yeah. Like, why are we programmed that way? Like, heart diseases is still the #1 cause of death in you know, in the world, right? So, like, why are we not chasing after that?
Right. And like another one that we could go into is cars. You know, car accidents. Yeah. You know, but we're not taking extra precautions with that. We're not making it that, you know, people have to do more.
Cars is the one. Cars is the analogy I always see.
Like, when it people comes to don't need to do more. You know, you take your 5-hour course and boom, you have a driver's license. Like, right. Yo, your 5-hour course literally has a tank driving through town. That shit's not gonna happen. Like,
does it?
Yes,
I don't remember that.
Yes, like it just has like a big.
I don't remember that. They're programming me for like martial law.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, like, and then you see people on the road, and clearly, they did not like read the manual.
I just remember when they were like, if you're at an intersection, right, and you have a fire truck, a police, and the postal service, who gives the right away? Like, remember that question? Yeah. Who gets the right away?
The post office.
Yeah, it's federal. Yeah. I was like, what? Hell no. Yeah. I think the mailman will let the cop go. Like,
I think so too. And that's a sense of community, you know?
Right. Sense of, that's also a sense of like priority too.
Yes.
Like when you see an ambulance flashing their lights, you know somebody's about to die.
Yes. You know, there's an emergency. They need to get there.
With their lights flashing, hopefully. There's nothing going down. There's a conflict that the police officer has to go and resolve, right? I don't think we have that anymore. I think we're at a community of, like, Chicken Littles. Like, the sky's falling. That's why I'm like, the world's ending! The world's ending!
I feel people are just very selfish. They only think about themselves.
They really do.
They really don't consider, like, what their actions are doing to other people, especially on the road when you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you see is yourself. Like, I have the right
of way. Definitely with, like, road rage.
What?
Are aging yourself with these samples. I'm aging myself by just having to move forward to read the comments, man. I could just read it here, but it's slower over here sometimes.
No, I like that it pops up on the side and stays in big.
Yeah, but you got the big fuzzy mic right there now. You can't even see it. You got to move that box over.
I thought about, I could do that.
Swap these two. Swap these two. This box and this box. We're talking layout right now. You guys do not see what we're seeing.
I actually did turn the iPad upside down. Because it was the other way and the mic was on that side. And I was like, no, wait a minute. That's not right. It's always on the right. And then I flipped it upside down.
No, flip it. The iPad will flip it. Try it. Go ahead.
With the mic on that side?
We'll be upside down.
We're not going to be upside down. It'll catch. I don't know what's going on.
We'll figure it out as we go along. Uh-oh.
Ah!
Uh-oh. All right. Flipping it around. There you go.
The flip.
The flip.
Okay. Are we still centered? Is it still straight?
We are tilted. So we just got to go back this way like we were. And everything. All right. I just turned off the
that
iPad.
Way?
Yeah, right there, perfect.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't move, that looks perfect on me.
Oh, I've got an itch on my nose. I gotta sneeze.
Like, I'm being hyperbolic right now. We're saying, like, the world's gonna end. I mean, right now, there's tensions going on, right? It looks like we're gonna go into war. But this is, like, when I see these things, I see it as, this is all strategic. Like, what spurs the economy, right?
War does.
War does.
Yeah.
So if Russia and China and the U.S. were all hurting economically, right? What do? It's the biggest money making machine, which is, war.
Isn't that bullshit?
Which I thought that they were gonna replace, because you're hearing news of like us pulling out of Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
After fighting for 20 years, and I was like, okay, maybe
Actually,
they're gonna
heard any of this,
maybe
okay.
maybe they're gonna replace that money with the pharmaceuticals. And I was like, okay, we're just gonna be an endless pandemic. Annual jabs, keep pumping money into the pharmaceutical company. I thought, okay, they're just gonna keep us forever sick. But no, here we go. There's talks about it.
I mean,
tensions are rising. That's what they're saying.
Honestly,
Tensions are rising.
It goes back to the age-old saying of history repeats itself.
It doesn't repeat. It rhymes. Like, it doesn't for step for step. So people be like, "Well, look, that didn't happen." It's like, it's similar. It's very similar to what happened. And the last time there was a pandemic, it led to economic, issues, and then led to war. So we're seeing this. We're seeing it come to life. And a lot of people try to prevent it, which is crazy because, like, once again, like, I look at, like, some of the pandemics from the past and what we have today, and like I said, it's not that bad. Like, I get it. People are dying. I get it. But the reaction that we had, can you imagine if we had a worse? Like, we had, what's the survivability rate is 99%. Can you imagine if we had something that was 70%?
Yeah.
Like, they were literally, like, they're digging, massive grades, throwing bodies in and burning them quickly because they don't want to spread whatever they had. That's what they were doing back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, with the Black Plague and all that.
And I mean, that's kind of how things started. Remember in the city how they couldn't, like, dispose of the bodies quickly enough? So they were, like, putting them into
I think that was where
like shipping containers.
I think
and
that
stuff?
was. You see, and you heard about that.
Yeah.
And once again, I think that was all psyops. I think they did all that stuff to make you panic.
No way.
Because remember. For example, let's use Ma. Ma was mad at me. She was like, "Ray, why are you trying to scare me?"
Yeah, she was.
And then you see those kind of photos, and what happened?
That's scary.
That's scary,
yeah,
right?
When
you see things like that. Mind you, there was a big U.S. carrier sent to New York City that was never used.
Like, well, that's true. The boat, the ship.
It was sent as a floating hospital and was never used. So think about the psyops that were, that you remember in the beginning, as opposed to the stuff that went under the radar, right? So I don't know. It's like my life is in turmoil right now. Like I see my account is dropping financially, right? The stock market is dropping, crypto is dropping. I have friends that could potentially, go to these conflicts if they do become conflicts, right? I already lost one friend in, back when Bush was president, right? And instead of us staying the course with Afghanistan, right? Because, that was the terrorists. We went into Iraq, and I lost a friend in Iraq. And now I'm like, man, am I going to lose my other friend now? Yeah. So, like, there's a lot of things weighing on me right now. So how do I stay congruent with our message of being positive? Misdirection. There it goes. That's exactly what I was talking about. Misdirection. That's what they do. It's psyops. They use the media and the news. That's why I say they're content creators. They're not really the news, because if they were the news, they would be...
I love that term. I love, like, just hearing that. Like, oh, they're content creators. Like, yes, that's very true.
They're just like us. They're not journalists.
True.
They're not journalists. They give you their opinion. They let you see what they want to see. Right? That's why for the longest time, when Trump was president, they made you seem like he was the worst president. Yeah. And honestly, in my life, and I'll age myself on this one, I'll put Ronald Reagan and then Donald Trump.
You did age yourself.
Ronald Reagan, what I remember of Reagan and what I read, I'll put Ronald Reagan because I was still alive on the tail end of that, right? Ronald Reagan, and then Trump. That's it. Like, Obama was a horrible president. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people will swear up and down that he was like a great president. He was horrible. All this tension that we have started with him. Because whenever he was called out on his missteps and his horrible policies, well, what was his thing? Oh, racism. It started with him. So Obama and the guy we have now, he's just Obama 2.0, bro.
Yeah, I can't really talk about presidents. You know what? It hasn't been until maybe now that I feel like I'm affected by my president.
I wouldn't say that's true.
I feel like before this, it just hasn't been.
Did you like Bush?
I was too young. I wasn't really paying attention to any of it.
But you were directly impacted by Bush. Like, you knew somebody who died by his actions.
Yes. But I still, like, it's not like I correlate, like, oh, the president, oh yeah, that's the year I lost a friend.
Oh, you don't really, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I see that. That's why I'm like, and even though I don't like Bush because of that, mm-hmm. like, I'm like, why? Like, he like, Bush to me was an idiot who was led by the people around him, mm-hmm. right? He was just a puppet and everybody led him. And they brought us into this war. And even though I hate him for that, I still, like, the more I dive into everything else that's going on, like, I just see how horrible Obama was and how horrible we have right now. Yeah. Because what we have right now, he's just Obama 2.0. Like, I still think Obama's pulling the strings behind the scenes. I think so. See, he's always like a great conspiracy channel. You can't let me ramble. You got to come in and take over.
I told you, this is my news outlet. I have to hear what's going on in the world. So I'll let you go on your rants. I'm like, oh, man. No, but for me, like, you got to remember, like, I'm 7 years younger.
I know.
You know, so...
But I was always involved, though. I think I was always involved. Well, I mean, I was in the military.
The first president I was old enough to vote for was Obama.
And I voted.
My first time being old enough to vote.
I voted for Obama. Like, I was so adamant about Bush, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it personally affected me. One of my friends was killed because of this man, right? So I'm adamant. Like, I want this guy out of office. I voted against him for a second term. That didn't go through. So, when Obama came through, I was sold on that message. Mm-hmm. I was sold. Change. Like, how do you not want change, right? And then we had 8 years old Obama. And they wanted Hillary again. And it was like, at that point, that's when I realized the machine. The political nightmare machine that runs us. Mm-hmm. And that's why when Trump came in, I didn't vote for Trump. But I got it. I totally got it. I was like, this guy's going to win. He's a big FU to the whole system. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why the media made him seem like, once again, he was like Hitler reincarnated.
He wasn't part of the plan.
Right. Exactly. He wasn't part of the system. He was a big FU, and he went against them. And that's why if he would have just shut up, if you look at his policies, I mean, the man was nominated for 2 Nobel Peace Prize. Mm-hmm. 2 Peace Prize.
This I didn't know. I heard about this.
Like, he was working with the Middle East to keep peace. Mm-hmm. And then 1 year into this man's term, we're starting World War III.
Yeah.
So, that's it. I'm done with the political rant. That's all I can go. I just, like, you have to talk about this stuff because it is affecting us. And I hope that we can, like, my hope is that I can, like, I'm Morpheus and I want to, like, take the red pill. You understand the reference? Mm-hmm. you know the Matrix?
Yeah.
I gotta wonder with you sometimes because you're not on pop culture.
I'm not.
You're like, yeah, red pill, sure. Which was I saw a clip the other day, which was hilarious. She was like, wait a minute. If he can just stay at where he is, why does he have to take the blue pill? And then they were like, oh, because the blue pill will make you forget that you ever met Morpheus. Mm. And then the girl was like, oh, so wait, if he takes the blue pill, he forget the black guy? I was like, yeah. Can I take that? It's like she was trying to forget the...
What? What? That's... Okay, it's one of those you have to see it for it to be funny.
Yeah. I killed it. I didn't really translate it very well. But it was just hilarious when I saw it.
You should have left it in Spanish.
She was trying to forget her previous run-ins with the black guy she was dating. So that's why she wanted to take the blue pill.
Okay.
And then the guy was like, I don't think it works that way. I had to send you the clip. It's hilarious.
I feel like you're really far out of the frame.
Me?
Yeah.
Am I getting cut off now? I tried putting you in so you wouldn't get cut off. But then when I shake it,
maybe like right there.
Everything falls.
Oh, there we go. You're back. Okay.
I'm back. All right.
Yeah. Now that you went off on your rant, my mind is just blank. I'm like, okay.
All right. So once again, like I was asking myself, like, how do I stay congruent to our message? Our message is to be positive, right? And to put good vibes out there. But with everything that's going on, how do people stay positive? Like, how do we stay positive? It seems like something new every single day pops up.
It's true.
How do we stay positive?
I don't know. I've been saying positive by just blocking it out.
I get that, but once again, you can't block it out. It's affecting everything you do.
It's true.
Like when you go to the store, your shelves are still empty.
You went right back into this. I know. I heard you the first time.
When you go to the pump, the prices keep going up.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Especially for us, when we are set on a budget, right? We're living within a budget. You know, if our income is not going up, which most people out there, you know, they're not getting raises.
Right.
But the prices keep going up. Like, you're being affected. This is happening to everybody. Like, it's happening in your day-to-day. Like, I get tuning out, you know, what's going on with war, you know, all this and all the politics and all that. I get that. But when it starts happening day-to-day, what do? How do you stay positive? How do we put that mantra out there? How do we put those?
I don't know. When you focus on the good increases. You just have to believe that.
I do believe that.
Like ultimately, even when our economy is in the shit, like we make it work. Things it falls into place, and it's just being aligned with the path that you're supposed to be on.
I do believe that. Just like negative energy is contagious, and that's what a lot of people are feeding off of right now, right? It's getting put out there, and people are just eating it, right? Like freaking daily vitamins. They're just taking that negativity. I do believe that positivity is contagious as well. I think positivity is even more contagious. But it's hard to come by. It's scarce. Like it's hard to be positive sometimes, you know, and it's all due to environment.
Yeah, so just focus on the good, you know, learn to be grateful, learn to appreciate the little things that are going well. Like you were saying, like doing like your morning like positive message kind of thing. It's similar to that.
That's another reason why
in order to do that, you're gonna have to develop a habit of thinking positively.
Right, and that was another reason why like I want to do that, and it's more like it's not like I want to put it out there for you guys too, but it's more like for me. Like I want to do it for me to keep me sane, to keep me.
And it's
motivated.
also just sharing your journey, and in sharing your journey, it creates not a sense of responsibility, but it creates what's that word? Accountability.
Accountability. Yeah.
So rather than saying like, oh, I want to be more positive, like, no, you actually have to say like, hey, every morning, this is what I'm going to commit to. It's going to force me to think positively.
Yeah, and the funny thing is it's funny how I transitioned from what you were saying like 2 weeks ago, where like you need to have a routine, and I was like, no, I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks, I transitioned because I realized that it wasn't just myself I was affecting. I was affecting my kid too. His grades were dropping because you know what? We were in that whole phase of like it was the holidays. I felt like I was on vacation. So, I was lax with my parenting duties, right? And then his grades started dropping and I was like, yo, you know what? Not only do I need a routine, he needs a routine.
Yeah.
So we started waking up, right? I started waking up so I could start following the market. Right, because it's something I want to do. I want to start trading, day trading. And so I started waking up to follow the market. And, I told him, like, look, this is the time for schooling. This is the time for chores. This is the time for just giving him that structure. But I'm also giving myself that structure.
Right.
And like,
and it's healthier.
It is.
Like your mind wants that structure.
It is. Just like it's healthier, like the same way you give yourself, like, you know, you're supposed to give yourself your body structure to work out. And it's like, hey, you got to work out like 3 times a week and you got to know it sucks, but you got to do it. It's the same thing with your mind. Like you got to have, I hate to say it, but you got to have those repetitive things that you know you have to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hate saying that because I just hate how repetitive and mundane life can be. Like I'm all about like the adventure of life, right? But we can't always live that.
You can't.
And so it's like I get pissed off at the how mundane life is, and I'm just like, fuck it. Like it was like that with work, and now it's like that now. It's like I'm just like,
you have to find the joy in the monotony.
That's hard to say.
It is. And you know what? I've been doing a lot of readings.
Like, I'm looking at you like, okay,
I have a book for you.
How do we do this?
I have a book for you. It's called Shambhala. And it's the path of a warrior. And it just teaches you how to create that inner warrior.
That inner discipline. That's really what and when you said this last week, you were like, you need discipline. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. It's too hard. I want the easy route.
Right.
But I do want, like, I'm like, once again, if life is a video game, and every time I play the video game, I go story mode. But the story right now is not fun for me, right? We're in the winter. There's not much I can go, right? My funds are limited right now, right? So once again, that's like what you're saying is like, okay, if I can't change my box, I got to make the most of it. Like, I'm in this box. I can't change it. I have to make the most of it. Yeah. At least until the weather changes and I can start going and do things locally. And now I'm having my adventure again. So this is where I'm looking at you because you're the one that's ahead of me as far as, you know, taking your box and making the most of it. So what gets you motivated to keep your... just keep being disciplined with the monotony of it all? Because I thought the monotony would end when I left my job, right? Because it was like I wake up, go to work, come home. Wake up, go to work, come home. And then, you know, every once in a while there was the, you know, the little drops of going out with friends and all that, which make life, you know, livable, more fun, right? But then it was still the monotony of it all. And I was like, all right, this is all going to end once I leave. And it didn't. It's still there. And I realized it like, oh, man, it's so monotonous.
You have to accept that, like, this moment that you're living right now is the best that life can be.
I know that.
And you were quick to say, I know that, which tells me, like, you're not really accepting the message.
What I accept is that I take it one step further. I'm alive, right?
And that's it right there.
Right now, I'm alive. I'm present. I'm here. So I got to make the most of it today because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Right. Right? I know that. Like, I look at, like, one of the most influential comedians for me was Patrice O'Neal. And he passed away at the same age I'm at right now, right? He was, he was 6'4", he weighed 300 pounds, and he died from type 2 diabetes. All stuff that could possibly affect me. So that's like in the back of my head, like, you know, I could die at any moment. And so that's why, like, I know I have to make the most of it. So, like, the other day, you know, I left, I turned off all the news, right? I turned off, you know, the stocks, the market was crashing, everything, whatever. I just stepped away from it. And I put on some soca music and I just started dancing. Okay. I was like, I made my living room my beach, right? It was a nice edible that I was on too, but I just started dancing for like a whole hour. Like, soca music to me, like, that just like makes me, like, in my mind, like, it makes me feel like it takes me away from here. Like, I'm in Jamaica, the warmth, the heat, the sun started coming in, you know, and I felt like at peace. Yeah. And it was at peace for today. It was like, it was nothing else I could do, so turn it off, right? So I get what you're saying, but then again, I wake up the next morning and it's the same thing. Like, how do you break that?
I don't know. it's all about living right here in the moment right now. You know, whether you're in pain and you're appreciating the fact that you're alive and you could feel the pain, or, you know, it's the best day you've had all year and, like, you know, you're exactly where you want to be and you're just, you know, enjoying that moment. That's what you have to find joy in, is that moment.
Like, I get why some people love drama. Like some people are drawn to drama. Like, they make fights. Like, they sabotage everything. Like, I get why people are like that. Because it's a spike. Mm-hmm. It's a spike in the flat line that is life. Mm-hmm. Like, life has like, for the average person, like, you know, life is different for, you know, your movie stars, your athletes, all that. I get that. But for your average person, life is like this. It's that monotony and mundane, same day over and over again. Mm-hmm. And you do have, like, those one little spikes. Like, you know, you have family reunions. That's like, oh, hey, it was a great day. Or it could be a really bad day. Whatever. Right? But it's those little spikes in life. But the rest of the time, 365 days, you know, maybe you have, like...
You have to train yourself to find joy in that time. In those other 360 days of the year.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
You have to find joy. You have to realize, like, what you do day to day for you. Like, people who drink coffee. Mm-hmm. When they drink their coffee every day, that should be, like, a reflection time for them. Where they're just like, wow, like, I'm drinking my favorite drink right now kind of thing.
I get what you're saying. Drink. I get what you're saying, but then a lot of people, like, drinking coffee just becomes part of the repetition.
They say Kush affects mental health. No biological shortcuts in life.
Well, there is. I mean, there is shortcuts. There are people who, like, you see people who made it, right? Mm-hmm. Who programmed themselves to be able to lift themselves positively, mm-hmm. right? Like, they could say, you know what? Let me just think positive or whatever. You know, it's woo-woo. People make fun of it, but there's people who do that. Yeah. And they can lift themselves.
And I mean, it's definitely a mental control thing. Like, you have to be able to take control of your brain. I forgot the name of the lady who, like, does a podcast, but, like, I love the way she says it. She's like, you know, an untrained brain is like a 3-year-old with scissors, just running around the house like crazy, doing whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, and that's
you have to train your brain. You have to, you know, realize that you can control these thoughts that are going through your mind. You have to be able to recognize them and say, "Hey, brain, what the fuck? No, let's look at the flowers." Yeah, you know.
I started listening to that because, like, you know, I'm trying to expand my mind, and was it Eckhart Tolle? I gotta actually read his book. I actually have to read it because I was trying to listen to the audible book and it keeps putting me to sleep. Mm-hmm. I gotta admit that. I'm like, bro, the way he talks is so monotonous. It's like, this is not what I'm trying to have right now. I'm talking about the monotony of life, and then I'm gonna listen to you so monotonous. It's like, it's so, like, too much.
If I can control the man in the mirror, I would be rich and skinny.
So then, why aren't you though?
Yeah.
Why can't see? And that's a good question. Why can't we control the man in the mirror?
A lot of people believe that they can't. A lot of people believe that they can't, and, you know, like, it's a path that I'm on right now. Actually, learning how to become the person I want to be, because every single day is a choice.
And you're one step ahead of where most people are. I think most people are where I'm at. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can't even look at the man in the mirror. Like, I look at myself, and I can't stand looking at myself too long. And that goes into back to, like, my insecurities, mm-hmm. my level of, like, low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. It's like, I look at myself and I'm like, all right, on the next, right? Yeah. Like, it's like, how do I look at that guy, right? And tell him, like, yo, this is where you're gonna be, and believe that. Mm-hmm. Like, my man said, if I would, you know, control the man in the mirror, I would be rich and skinny, mm-hmm. right? So that's what I'm saying. That's literally the words I'm saying. Like, if I look at myself and then, you know, like, where do I go? Develop that discipline. That's what you said.
You have to develop the discipline. Honestly, you really have to. Ray, you're a smart and handsome man. He is. He's both. You're smart,
I don't see, but I don't believe that, and that's the battle that I have. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the battle I have. Like, I have my insecurities when I make mistakes, and mostly like the smart thing, like, even at work, like, I would take on so much at work because I wanted to prove that I was smart. Mm-hmm. Like I always dealt with that. Like I hate just the missteps. And like the mistakes I made in life, I get it, it's life. But in the same sense, I hate that I made those mistakes.
Right.
I hate that. Like if I get shamed, like if somebody like pulls the rug on me, I hate it.
Oh, I hate that shit too.
Like not even
I
like
hate that shit too.
Like,
that shit happened to me recently. Like oh.
and it hurts me more because it's not the financial, like let's say if I got taken and somebody took money from me, it's not even the loss of the money, it's just the loss of the fact that somebody
lost face.
Yeah like I lost myself. Like I wasn't smart enough to catch that. Like I just got scammed. Like I like it eats at me.
It's definitely a lot of mental work. You have to, like you have to choose what it is that you want. First off, which a lot of people, we go through life and we're really not looking at what it is that we want. We're looking at like, oh, what we can do, what, our path is leading us to. No, decide what you want. And then, you have to look at what steps you can take to get there.
Right. And that's a good, and you know what? Let me take one step back because I did get a compliment, and that's another thing that I'm horrible at.
Yeah.
Is acknowledging compliments and saying thank you. Thank you. And the other thing that he said is success is built on a mountain of failures. And that's another thing. Like society is really big on not failing.
Right.
Like we're scared of rejection. We're scared of failure. And I'm on that. I'm on that. And you're right. Like it's scary to just think about like failing. That's it. Like, oh my God, I fucked up. Like it's hard to like acknowledge that sometimes. Like when you do acknowledge that, when you're put in that predicament, it's like you don't want to be back in that predicament. Right. So you try to do everything you do. Like your mind, your subconscious is constantly telling you, don't do that. You're gonna fail. Why would you want to do that? Is that what is it? Fight or flight, kicking in your head, and you don't even know that you're self-sabotaging yourself because you're like, don't do that. Why would you want to do that? You're gonna fail. So.
I don't feel I really have that. Honestly, my mind is always, just going a million miles a minute.
You do? Do you think that maybe you have ADD?
Yeah, I
think I have that too. Like, but I feel like I have it. Like I've never been diagnosed, but I feel like I have it for things I don't really care about. Like I just tune it out. Like I don't like At this point, I feel like in my life, like if I'm at something I don't want to do, I'm just gonna walk away. I walk away. I'm like, look, I'm done.
See, but that can also be just having boundaries, just knowing what you stand for and what you're not going to do.
But I also do see like where you're like, my mind is constantly running. Like you're constantly, but my mind is constantly running with just thoughts, right? And like I sometimes have to tune out those thoughts and just be like meditation. Like when you meditate, you're supposed to just clear all that out.
Right.
Right? So that's where I feel like I gotta constantly be meditating in my life to clear out all those thoughts. But you say you play into them. So every time you get those thoughts, you're just doing something. And that's how you kill the monotony of life?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
No, that's how I feel. Maybe that's how I feel. Because every time I've seen you, you're doing something new.
I am.
You're somewhere. You're over here. You're like, I'm in Vermont now. I was like, man, you're just like really tapping into the whole, like, whatever thought pops into your head. You're doing it. You're rearranging your home. I'm telling you, in the last, like, few years, the different versions of her home, it's amazing. It's awesome. It's like a fun house. Her house is like a fun house. It's like you constantly seeing her house changing, which is good because it's like you're in that positive vibe. But I also feel like you're putting a Band-Aid on something. Like if you're constantly feeling that, like why are you scared of standing still?
I don't think it's a fear of standing still. I just I like to express myself. And I realize that my mind is always running. And instead of trying to control it and change it, I'm allowing it to be what it is. So I am impulsive. And if I like a new color, I want that color around me. And I'm okay with changing, having change around me.
Because I see that. And I'm like, man, that's very expensive. Like constantly changing, like constantly redecorating your home, constantly changing it,
I mean,
remodeling, fixing it, like all the stuff you're doing, constantly traveling. Like I'm like, I'm just cheap.
Yeah, I do have an expensive lifestyle.
Are the voices in my head telling me to do stuff? Not yet. They're kind of subtly giving me hints, but I'm not really taking action yet. Maybe I'll come for you.
See, but why?
Maybe I'll come for you next.
Why aren't you taking action? And like it sounds like for you. Oh well, let me go into this real quick. So it sounds like for you, you're not taking action because you don't believe in yourself.
In that sense, but what he meant was like how people hear voices and then they go like do a massive shooting. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my god! Okay.
Where maybe I'll come for you. I know what you are.
Did you read? I didn't catch that last one.
If I lived near Ray, I would ring the doorbell. See, that's what I need. That's probably what physically.
Ring the doorbell and what? Finish the rest of
and
it.
Go for a jog with me at 3 a.m. That's accountability. That's what I need. That's exactly what I need. But it's like, why can't I develop that on my own?
Because we're not meant to. Because you're falling into society's thing of, oh, it's just you and you have to do everything on your own. No, you're supposed to have your elders. You're supposed to have your elders who tell you stories and you learn from. You're supposed to have, a community of people who are going to help you through things.
And that is true. And that's one thing
we need to learn how to be open to receiving that help.
Yes. That is true because we are very individualized in society.
Yeah.
We believe that we're a society of our own. Mm-hmm. Like, I could do everything on my own. Whereas back in the day, men, not only did we have the tribe, but men had, a group of men that they would learn from, right? Women had a group of women, like the elderly that they would learn from, right? Yeah. Like, we don't have that in society. It takes a village to raise Ray. It's going to take a city, man. You just said I was a diva like 2 sentences ago. It's going to take a city. I don't know. No city can handle me, man.
And we also feel like we have to have, our life together by 20, and then by 25, and then by 30.
And who's putting those standards on us?
It's just stuff that we have in our
brain.
The
whole college thing. Like the whole college thing. Like people are like, at 18, I have to go to college. Yeah. At 30, I have to be married. No, at 30, I got to have a house and be married, right? Like who's putting those things on us? Because I don't remember our parents doing that. No. Is that like a society thing? A society putting these things on us? I think it is. Like societal
pressures.
Like subconsciously?
That's why a lot of people...
Like we don't want to let down our peers?
I think that's where social media started because people wanted to kind of like toot their horns and show off like, hey, I did do this by this age. I did do this. And, and then it went from there to people starting to feel bad because like, oh, well, all these people online are doing it. Why haven't I?
Right. That is true. But you also got to understand that a lot of people are posturing on social media. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not really the lifestyle they're living.
That's true.
Like, like, when you take a photo, if you look at women when they take photos, they'll take 80 photos of the same thing. Yes. And then they'll find the perfect one. The one that I was, like, mind-blown with that. Like, what? Like, I'm like, why do I always take bad photos?
Take, like, 4 photos and then delete the other 3.
And she's like, I'm like, bro, you know the storage you're taking up right now? And the time you gotta take to go through all those photos, like that's the way I think. Like I'm so.
But it's a nice recap of like your day. If like every evening, you go through all your photos from the day and just determine like the one from each thing that you're gonna keep and then delete the rest.
Right.
If somebody out there is doing this, please let me know because I don't.
So you're talking about like you're like just doing a daily scrapbook, like a digital scrapbook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should do. I'm
daily not saying that digital.
I wish I did.
Scrapbook.
I do it maybe like once a month. I'll go through all my photos and I'll scrapbook.
Good.
In a sense. Just like delete all the nonsense. But it also gives me a recap because it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that earlier this month.
Do you actually physically scrapbook and do you do that with your kids? No. You're not into all that? No. Because you come up with some of the craziest, coolest ideas to do like activities. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like you're always on the move, doing things. But I feel like, are you doing that because you're scared of just standing still with yourself?
No.
Like, what happened? Like, do you ever have a day where you don't do nothing?
Yes, and it sucks.
Like, you just don't do anything.
My beach days are like that, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
See,
that's what my beach days are.
Not with the caveat of being somewhere. Like, just being at home and doing absolutely nothing.
You know what? I feel like I've wasted a day if I do that. So I try to avoid it.
So that's why you don't watch TV. That's why you don't binge watch shows.
No, because I wasted my day.
I know you do binge watch shows.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, I'll sit down to, like, have a snack, and I'll be like, oh, well, let me watch my show while I'm eating. That's my bad habit right there. Because then from there, I get sucked in, and I find myself watching TV for hours. I can't pull myself away. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
hate it.
But you know what? At some point, like, I don't know, maybe that's me. Maybe that's how my mind works. Mm-hmm. Like, I could justify watching that show because they're doing something in my, like, I will never do in my lifetime. Like, I'll watch a sci-fi show where they're flying in space and doing all, and it's dope as fuck. And I'm like, why would I want to do anything else in my life? Nothing else in my life is going to be as cool as what I'm watching right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm living vicariously through this TV show.
Well, that's not what I'm watching. I'm not watching cool shit.
Well, why don't you watch cool shit?
So
are you literally watching a show that's like somebody's life?
No.
And you're like, wait, I could do this.
Some people watch shows like that. Those shows don't make any sense to me. My brain does not compute. No, I'll watch like true crimes, kind of. Not even true crimes. I watch like Criminal Minds.
So you want to murder somebody and figure out how to get away with it.
Watch that for days.
So you want to murder somebody and figure out how to get away with it.
Sure, why not?
Like, come on, that's how you get it. Revenge.
No, but even when I watch, you know what? I like watching movies now because I realize that at the end of the movie, I can walk away.
You can.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like you got that 2-hour window. It's why I like going to the movie theater too. It's like a 2-hour window where, and actually, I've been having a bad habit of looking at this. So I have to turn this off. I gotta like turn that off. Maybe even leave it in. Well, no, my ticket's on there. I was gonna say leave it in the car, but my ticket's on there. And just like for those 2 hours, sit there and just escape.
Wait, you've been looking at your phone in the movie theater?
Theaters, yeah.
Like during the movie or like before and after?
No, during the movie. That's why I know I have ADD.
What the hell?
I'll be on my phone like, all right, what's going on with my phone? Because the movie will get like, there's boring times in movies, right? And I get it. It's setting up, whatever.
It's like building up the story.
But it's boring. After you see so many stories, like so many movies.
So stop looking at movies. You're wasting your life.
No. Because if I make it lucrative.
At the end of it all, you want to look back and be like, oh, wow, I watched a bunch of movies?
But you see, you're like, why not though? What else is there to life? Like if I'm not
find something.
If I'm not filthy rich, famous, or anything else that makes that are cheat codes in life, then I'm mundane. I'm an average person. If I'm an average person, why not? Why are you knocking my guilty pleasure that makes my monotonous, mundane life
seem not so monotonous?
Exactly. Like, why do you want to knock it?
Well, no, you know what? I'm not going to knock it. But if you feel like you don't like the person in the mirror, why are you wasting time watching TV when you could be at the gym working out?
I don't like...
Or you could be...
You're right, in that sense. But also, the man in the mirror also has to understand, like, hey, if I do like watching movies, why don't I make that a lucrative thing for me? Like you said, why am I not here doing movie reviews? Yeah. Right? If this is a passion, your hobby, your calling, why not make money off of it?
So why aren't you?
I don't know. That goes back to rejection of failure.
What I keep hearing are excuses. I feel like you don't live in the moment. You need to slow down and live in the moment. Live in the right now.
I don't know if I could be like you, though. I see that, and like I said, it's too expensive. Like, I look at it, and I'm like, man.
Don't go on your expensive impulses.
See, but then me living in the moment and going to the movies, you knock that down. You're like, that's why you're wasting your time. So I feel like for me to be socially accepted, the only thing for me to live in the moment is live those expensive things. Is to do the things that I could post on social media.
Well, you could post on social media that you're going to the offshoot channel, Rambling Ray. Ray's not rambling!
No, my offshoot, I already got the name for it. It's going to be Random Rivalry. Mm-hmm. So you have sibling takeover. Mm-hmm. It's going to be Random Rivalry. That way I could leave it open for
random shit.
There
you go.
So that's where I was thinking, like, I could do like movie reviews. I could do my morning motivations.
I haven't done a sibling takeover in like a week.
Yeah, you like doing those.
I do like those. I've been, you know what?
No, because you've been focusing on the shorts, and the shorts are working. They're getting views, so you got to focus on more of the shorts. And the shorts actually would work great for you because you're like, once again, you're constantly doing something different.
Yeah.
But I once again, I'm like, doesn't that get tiring? Like, doesn't that become mundane?
No way. No way, because I've already accepted. Like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm learning to appreciate the mundane. I'm learning to appreciate, like, cleaning my house.
Good on you. I don't think I could ever. I know I do it, but I don't enjoy it.
You have to find a way to enjoy it.
And then finally, I'm like, all right.
All right, I shouldn't say enjoy. You have to find a way to appreciate it. Be in the moment and appreciate that you can. You know, you have a house to vacuum.
Actually, I do enjoy it because I play music and then I start dancing while doing my chores.
There you go. It's almost like a meditative state. You don't really have to think about it when you're cleaning. You just do. I need
to, because I honestly do feel alive when music is around me. So I just got to put myself around more music. I don't know, follow my marching band or something. I don't know what I need to do. Like, I feel like that's my cheat code in life is like
music.
Yeah, it's like it's an escape. It's like, especially if I'm listening to a mix, because it's not monotonous. It's like it gets my adrenaline flowing, right? Because I do think back to like being in a club somewhere or just good times. Because when there is good times, there's music. Like when you think about the highlights of, we're celebrating this or we're celebrating that, there's music attached to that. Mm-hmm. So when I do play that and I listen to my mixes, because it is a mix, it's like, it's random. You don't know what the DJ is going to play, right? And that breaks up my monotony, you know, whatever I'm doing. So if I'm cleaning, I'm more in tune to the music than my cleaning. So I don't know if I'm doing it right correctly because, like I said, I'm more in tune to the music. So that's my cheat code. Like, I know music for me is a cheat code.
You know what it is? You just have to drop the idea of,
it's a chore.
Yeah, this is a chore.
Tell that to my kids. Honestly,
well,
I look at myself.
But you need to find the wisdom and overcome the thinking of it as a chore and then teach that to your children. You have to pass down that knowledge.
No, it's adulting.
Yeah.
Adulting sucks.
It does.
It really does. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, deep down inside, I'm still that kid that I was. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't ever want to lose that. Like, I'm still that kid that I was so many years ago, right?
I would volunteer my time at woodworking. Custom cabinet shop to learn woodworking. You see, that's pretty cool because, like, it's probably something you're interested in. Like, for me, I like looking at different buildings and stuff, and like being an architect seems cool. And you notice certain things. That's
another thing I noticed with me. Like, people, like, a lot of people are like when my friends ask me, like, you know, what are you doing now with your life? You know, you're retired. What are you doing? And I'm like, I flip the question to them. I'm like, what would you do if you were in my situation? Mm-hmm. And I'm really generally curious because people come out with stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, that's really dope. But I don't think I would do that. Like, I don't have any interest like that.
And that's fine. But you could also, like, just be open to realizing, like, with the music. Mm-hmm. You know, you love having music around you. You love hearing it. Mm-hmm. You love live music. You love, you know, DJs and stuff. Okay, just pay attention to that. It doesn't mean you have to, like, jump into that, but just pay attention to what it is that really gets you going, what you enjoy, what, you know, catches your attention. Mm-hmm. And just allow things to flow. Like, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So what?
That is true. That is true. I'm only here for today.
It's about right now.
Right now. You're right.
You know, take a deep breath and just take it all in.
Yeah, but it's like...
Go for it. It's hard.
I think that's a new name.
It's hard to get there.
Hey, welcome to the show. We got a new user. We got a new watcher.
Yeah. That's true. I wasn't even, like, paying attention to the names.
Yeah.
I was just reading all the comments. Hey.
Hey, welcome to the show. Lynn, Ray, And we're just talking right now.
Yeah.
Trying to keep things positive. Keep things very positive.
There's a lot of negativity in the world, and we were brought up differently.
Actually,
we want to share that.
You know what I've started looking at was doing volunteer work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, man, I got time on my hands. Why not give back?
You know, I'm on the board of RMM.
Are you?
I am.
Do you still do that?
Yeah, I've been on the board for a year.
Do you actually go and protest still?
I haven't, but I could.
Because I remember that, like going to Albany. And
yeah, they still do that. You know what? With like I said, it was my first year this past year, and 21 was a weird year. You know, everything was done online. But I'm contributing. I feel I feel good about it. I'm like, oh.
Like I don't know. Like I want to give back. Mm-hmm. Like I remember like when I did volunteering, like just even something simple as like putting care package together. Right? You
feel like you're making a difference. You're doing something for someone else.
Yes, and it's like I feel like I have an impact to the world, or to my community at least, not to the world, right? To my community. So it's like I want to do that. Like I want to start volunteering again, and letting the kids do that too. Like it's a great example for them to, you know, see giving back. Like you said, giving back. Like we're blessed. Count your blessings, but help other get to where we are. Right. You know, help other get their blessings too. And that might be it. That might be us doing something. That's their blessing, you know? So I do want to, like I've started looking into volunteering, but it's like, once again, it's all about action. Yeah. Taking action. I feel like maybe I'm stuck in a rut. I don't know. But it does take self-reflection to get yourself motivated to take self-action, right?
I think something that we don't really think about often enough in our society is what our values are. You know, what we believe in. What are our morals?
That's a great idea. Not to cut you off, but we should get together and do a charity event.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, should we record it, though? No, I feel like we record it. That's like, oh, we're being douchey. Like, we're not about the event. We're not being present.
What do you mean? We could just...
But then I also feel like we should record it.
You're thinking too far into
this. We should record it because it helps motivate other people, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
I think you're thinking too far into it. I think, like, hey, we should create a charity event. All right, think about what we're doing. Cool,
let's just go do it.
Right, not doing it for the views.
We're doing it for the event, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, we should do that. Like, I really do want to volunteer and help.
You know, like, what kind of volunteering you want to do? Do you want to go, like...
I don't know. You know what I thought about? And it like, I thought about it would be fun, but then I was like, no, I don't know. It's like kids who are sick. Like, I can go with the kids, with the boys, and just let them, like the boys go and hang out with them.
Yeah.
I know these kids are like in hospitals and they're not interacting with other kids. All they're saying is like doctors and nurses and stuff. So for other kids to come over and just for them to chill, like play card games or something like that, just for the day, like that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
But then I'm like, with the whole COVID and everything, I don't think that would fly.
No.
Exactly. Stuck in a vacuum.
Yeah, so being on the board was kind of weird this year because everything was online.
Yeah, so how do you stay, like, so when I think of RMM, that's more like activist work, like right they were protesting and all that. How do you do all of that stuff now with what's going on right now? Like, isn't it like a lot of that stuff on a kind of a standstill?
It felt like it was, but there were still like annual events that they did in person. Like we had our like the annual gala, rather than doing like a gala dinner, we had everyone come over to like their new home because they have a new home in Cornwall on the Hudson.
Okay.
So it was like an open doors event there. And that was when, you know, things started to become lax again. Right. You know, when they were like, oh, you know. Yeah, so
I feel like it's going to continue.
Ray should run for president of the USA.
No, you don't want me as president.
Ooh, love from Scotland. Welcome.
Hey,
That's
thank
so
you,
cool.
thank you.
Around the world.
Yo, so you know what? We're gonna put the light on you right now. Let us know how's it going in Scotland.
Yeah.
You know, talk to let us know. I don't know.
Like we've been talking about like things.
Yeah, what's the news? What's the news in Scotland? Let us know.
Things are crazy for us over here because we're having issues with delivery.
Yeah.
So
supply chain's broken.
Our supply chain is broken. We can't get the thing we want, and when we do get the stuff we want, it's really expensive. That's what we're dealing with. Yeah. And we're also not getting braces. I mean,
our income is stagnant.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, it's rough over here.
We ripped the band-aids off. We've both retired.
Scotland.
And we're focusing on us.
That's dope.
Our internal life right
now. I heard
now.
Scotland is beautiful though. Like this, nice view. Mm-hmm. I want to be on one of the mountains and just take a photo.
Like in my mind,
that's me
in
being
my
present
mind,
of what
you know what? In my
go.
mind, Scotland is all like green. And, like, I'm not thinking of, like, big cities or anything. I'm thinking of, like, open fields.
Yeah, sheeps.
Yeah, right?
Would you ever want to, like shave a sheep? Like, the people who, like, do that?
Would I ever want to?
Yeah. Just for a day. Like,
I don't think I would go out of my way to try that. But I think if the opportunity arrived, I would definitely give it a try.
Cheers and everything. And, like... I don't know, like weird jobs.
Would you like to be a sheep herder? Like,
no, I'm just thinking about like, would me
have another book for you to read? I have some books, okay?
Like me doing like just random like jobs.
She saw Braveheart. She who?
You did you watch Braveheart? I just remember the blue faces, or is that Blue Man Group? In Braveheart when they put the
I think they did put like paint and then there was
I haven't seen that in a while.
I don't remember it. I think that was back when I was watching movies, but I don't remember it. What was the other one that I just saw recently pop up on my Netflix? We Were Soldiers or something like that.
Okay.
Both of those popped up, Braveheart and We Were Soldiers. And I was like, oh wow, I think I saw both of those.
Yeah, so Call of Duty went back to World War II in the latest version, and so the kids wanted to play it. But I was like, well, you know what? Let's if you're gonna really get into this whole World War II thing, let's watch World War II movies. So I had them watch like
Pearl Harbor,
Saving Private Ryan. No, we didn't do that one. We saw Saving Private Ryan, and then I think we started watching Glorious Bastards. Mm-hmm. And then I was planning on watching like some other ones like Pearl Harbor and stuff like that, just to kind of. I mean, they're good movies, but it's also, it's history. Yeah. So it's like, hey, watch this. Like, you're into the game, and might as well. So I got to get back on.
Those are the kind of things I do like watching with my kids. Like, things that are more like, I wouldn't say, like, educational. That's not the category really not, categorize it in.
It's a movie.
But, right? Like, it just opens their eyes to, like, another time.
Yeah, we're doomed to repeat.
It's not a repeat, it's a rhythm. It rhymes.
It does rhyme, but we're not paying attention, and it's going to happen again. Mm-hmm. Like, I look at those times, and I'm like, man, how could people follow Hitler? Like, how could they, like, be there doing all that atrocity? Mm-hmm. And then I look at it, like, today, and I'm like, well, yeah, I get it. I see how it could happen.
It's that herd mentality.
It is
when
herd
you're
mentality.
In a crowd.
It really
like,
is. I could see it, and I see it happening today.
Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, people ratting other people out because they don't want to wear a mask. Like you're falling for the propaganda. You're falling for it. And if they told you like, oh, if they came out right now and they said, hey, all the unvaccinated are going to camp, people would say, okay, cool. They'll applaud for it. And then that's the same thing that they had. That's the same thing they did. That's the same thing the Nazis did. What? And it's like I see it. I see that. I'm like, oh man.
Could you imagine? That's crazy. But you're saying it. I believe it.
Australia.
People
they're
would
doing
definitely
that.
Be like, yeah.
They're doing that in Australia. They have these camps. They're healthy people, but because they're not vaccinated, they're putting them in these camps.
That's bullshit.
And then in these camps, they're mistreated. Oh. Right? They're mistreated, and guess what? They're getting sick for whatever other reasons.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy.
What? I almost got killed by buried World War II ammo. Was it ammo or was it like a landmine or something?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You got to give us more of this story. That's crazy.
Yeah. See, this is why we need
Tying it all in. I'm watching a movie. My man's almost getting blown up. That is crazy because you know what, like, and I love like the cinematography when they actually go into these war scenes, right? Mm-hmm. Like you're seeing like they're all dirty, they're all demoralized, they're all trying to survive, and then the explosions are just going off, boom, boom, and it's like you're almost there, right? Yeah. I can only imagine like you're just walking around and hearing that explosion and all that. Like it's just, man. Yeah, you gotta add more in the comments.
Oh, my watch is telling me I've been sitting too long.
we gotta add more in the comments. That's why I take my watch off. Stop.
Man, this is why it's supposed to be a call-in show, so you could call in right now.
Right, exactly. Tell your story. And you'd be like, "What? This is crazy." We do need a number.
All right, so look into that.
How do we do that? I don't think we're gonna be able to do that on the iPad.
Why?
Maybe we do
Zoom or Duo or like one of those app things.
All right. I got homework. I'll look into it. Tech support. I'll look into it. Mm-hmm. Figure out how we do it. We might have to do a test show. Yeah. But how do we limit it though? Like one at a time. We don't want people talking over. And then be like, all right, thanks for calling in. Next one. Yeah. I guess we could set up a panel with like Zoom.
On the radio the other day, I was like listening to one of the shows. And, like, the girl, like, she kept hanging up on people. I was like, that's so rude. And I was like, oh, my God, that's going to be me. People are going to be calling in. I'm going to hang up on people. All right, thank you.
But you also got to look at it in her perspective. It's like, are you taking the show down? Are you adding any content?
Right.
I got to keep the show going.
Exactly.
It's like you're a conductor on the train, and the train has to keep going.
Jeez.
It's like, yeah, you're making all these stops, right, with everybody's story and all that, but you got to keep the train going. Yeah. You know? And some people, they don't realize.
They talk a lot. I have a girlfriend like that. Every time I talk to her, I'm like, oh my God, she repeats everything like 4 times.
I do that a lot. I repeat myself, but I think that's because...
it's just your form of communication. There's nothing wrong with it.
I think it's in our DNA, though. Like, you see Mom. Like, Mom losing her memory, right? Mm-hmm. I think I'm probably going to get there soon.
Eventually.
That'd be great. Forget everybody. Forget all bad memories. That's awful. Forget. It's just like, who are you? All right, cool.
See, but you have to learn to live in the moment first.
I do have a feeling.
You gotta train your brain.
No, I have a hypothesis that people with Alzheimer's who don't know nothing are the happiest people on the planet. They think about it. They forgot loss. Right, people who passed away and they lost, right? They forgot bad memories, right? They're forgetting bad people. So what would not make them be like the happiest people on the planet?
Maybe that feeling of loneliness, that disconnect.
I don't even think they know. Like every new day is a new day. They don't even know the monotony of life. Every day is a new day for them.
Yeah, but it still must be like a feeling of like loneliness.
Is it though?
I would think so.
I don't know. See, we got two different views on life.
We do.
And like you said, too, we have, like, nothing in common. I look at you and I'm like, man, I can't be like that. 1943 machine gun ammo. The bucket of the digger went through it. The bomb squad had to be called. And everything, I even stole one and made a necklace out of it. The gunpowder was still good. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you got... Well... You know, thank you for surviving, sharing, and being here. And man, too bad it's not a call-in or a visual show. Like you could show your souvenir. That's cool. He said the bomb. So you were
using a digger, and it went through the ammo.
Yeah.
That is a close call.
Any explosions? Like so, explosion went off, but you guys just saw it,
kind of found it,
and then called in.
Wow, that's crazy.
Back in the day, man, it just survived. Huh. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You know, and the reality is that there's like tons of places like that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Bunkers with ammo. There's like tons of stuff like that. Actually,
and that's the reason why we had treasure hunters, because there's also like treasure out there.
That's what I need to see. That's why I want to get back to getting my boat. I gotta get my boat, and I gotta be a treasure hunter. That's it. See, you see the ring. I have the ring on. It's motivational for my boat.
All right, I'm gonna walk off camera.
What? Where are you going?
BRB. I also want to fix this. I feel like we're like way out of screen.
Are we out of screen?
I feel like.
Oh gosh, she has her quirks. Japan, there are still areas with buried landmines off limits to people. Yes, there is. And there's here in the U.S. there's arsenals still with old ammunition. When I was working, I used to work at an arsenal where you would just hear explosions in the background, where they would find these old ammunition and they would just set it off because it's too old to put it back in service. So they were like, let's just blow it up. So you constantly hear boom, boom in the background. Man, that's a crazy story. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you survived, and I'm glad you were able to take something from the moment. That's cool. All right, guys, give me some comments. Let's talk about some stuff. This is my time to ramble while she's away. I'm gonna ramble to you guys. You really want me to have that rambling Ray, huh? I saw Belle. The cartoon? The animation movie? You know what's funny is that I saw recently did I see the new Matrix? I did see the new Matrix. It wasn't I was disappointed. Let's just say that. So going back to Belle, it was the movie, but it wasn't for you. I figured that much because I saw the trailer for it, and it wasn't kind of the message I wanted to go see. But I did see, going back to animations, I recently did see Pompeii of Chimney Town. I went to go see that with my youngest, who's 9. And it was a great movie to watch. And I'm planning on doing a movie review on it. It's probably going to be live. I'm probably just going to go live and do my movie review and just talk about it. So if you guys want to chime in and if you see it, you want to talk about it. But it was a great movie because there was a lot of, how do I put this? A lot of analogies of what's going on today in the world. Like it had the 2 camps and all that. Yes, it is. It is. Yep. That's the movie. Yep. And like I said, that's gonna be my movie review. It was very touching. There was some good messages out of it, and I just want to talk about that. So I'm probably gonna be doing that here in the next day or two, and I'm probably gonna have a guest star when I do it too, because he saw it with me, so I might as well ask him what he thought about the movie too. Hey, you got snacks!
I brought snacks.
You always find the snacks. I gotta keep my snacks.
I raided your pantry.
Yeah, I gotta keep my snacks. Actually, I gotta keep my snacks and stuff.
I didn't bring you fruit snacks. I gave some fruit snacks to Ollie.
That's alright. I just want.
He's over there. Which ones? The jalapenos, the duos?
No, I want this one.
Oh, the originals. Huh? I grabbed these ones. Like, he's gonna want these.
Keep it classy. So look at that. So they started talking about movies, right? So I was like, hey, give me some topics to help me, ramble over here. And he said that he went to the movies, he saw Belle, which is an animation movie, Japanese animation movie. He said he didn't really like it, which I figured because, you would probably like it. Probably you and Baby Girl, if you guys go, you'll like it. Because it felt like it was a movie, when I saw the trailer, it was a movie driven towards women, which is okay. You have those movies. But then I was telling him about the movie that I want to do the movie review on, that I saw with Ollie.
Which movie was it?
It's Pompeii of Chimney Town. So it was like a Japanese animation.
Okay. I think you told me which movie it was. Okay.
I'm telling you, I saw this movie
Is that the movie you guys went to see on Friday night?
No. Friday night we saw some Tiger Rising movie that I didn't like.
No.
If I did a movie review, oh my God, that little girl in that movie was just obnoxious. Like, they had her, being sassy and...
You want some of those?
No, I'm good. Like, she was just obnoxious.
I hate obnoxious kids. Oh, I hate it.
But I felt like they had her play that role because they wanted to show her as a strong woman. But I'm like, when you leer into it, she's just sassy and obnoxious.
I feel like that's what TV has kind of been pushing as far as little girls, is obnoxious little girls.
Yeah, no, it was an awful movie.
Are you spicy?
They are duos, so the jalapenos kind of got a little kick, and then
that's the lighter color ones, and then the cheddar's the regular.
Yeah. Okay. And you eat both of them together. It's pretty good.
Okay. I feel like it started with that one movie, Haunted Mansion or whatever, with Eddie Murphy. Mm-hmm. With the little girl. She was mad obnoxious, and then that little girl became like super popular, and I hated all her movies. I hated the way they made her portray herself. And like I know it's an act, but still, I don't like it.
No.
And I feel like my daughter tries to be like that, and oh my god, it irks the hell out of me.
There's literally a scene in the movie where the little girl goes like this to her mother. Mm-hmm. Like sassy
That's not cute. You don't fucking do that to your mother.
Right here, right now, I would have paused this movie. And if my kid's ever done that, I'm sorry. They get in the backhand. That's just me.
You don't do that.
But the little girl goes like this with her mother. Mm-hmm. Doesn't say nothing. And it sits for like about a minute of her just doing it like this. Mm-hmm. And then the mother finally goes like this.
What the hell?
To her.
Okay. And
I'm like, that's the message you want to portray? So the daughter's obnoxious because the mother's obnoxious?
Oh my god.
You don't like those?
Oh.
The kids love those. I'll take a little bit more of those and then I'm done. Oh my goodness. That's literally what the movie was.
That's
no, and it sucks because like it started like Queen Latifah was in it. Mm-hmm. This is the Tiger Rising movie, whatever. And I thought she did really well. Mm-hmm. And I like the message, but once again, like you know the ending's coming. You know what the ending's gonna be. Mm-hmm. And it's literally kids being kids, and kids are just dumb. Kids are dumb. Like there's a reason why they gotta go to school. There's a reason why we gotta teach them right from wrong and all that stuff. It's like you know how it's gonna end. Like you literally know how the movie's gonna end.
Forgot to fix this.
I saw Redeeming Love last Friday. How was that? I haven't heard of that. Well, maybe I have to go see that. Redeeming.
Come on.
Ah! Oh, what are you doing? We're falling. Oh, my goodness. Earthquake.
All right, where's the...
It's an earthquake.
Okay.
Earthquake.
Redeeming Love was bad.
Oh, okay.
All right, I need you to sit back so I can see if you're on the screen. Thank you.
Why'd you move there? Everything was fine.
No, it was not. There we go. Hello. We're actually in the screen now. Before it was just like our faces. That was it. Look, someone else hopped on. Hey, welcome to the channel. I feel like we're crooked. No, stop leaning that way.
We're having technical difficulties.
We're still crooked.
What are you doing?
Okay. All right. Can you please pass the cheese?
I'm cut off again.
How are you cut off?
Yeah, cause look at this side. You got more of this couch over here, and look at me. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna move it from here because everything falls when you. Oh, jeez, technical difficulties. So look at that.
You know why it looks so different to me?
Why?
Because we flipped it upside down. I'm used to the camera being over there and it's angled, more centered.
So you gotta look over here because the camera's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are kind of. But how's it coming out live?
Exactly how we see it.
Oh my
goodness.
It's fine. Oh my goodness. Actually, yeah, it looks great online. Huh. Freaking out, man.
Oh man, you're about to start this man off.
I read the comment. I was trying to dance around it with the Tiger Rising, but yeah, that's literally what they do with this little girl and her sassiness. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that is all movies. It's a phase we're in, and hopefully, they'll notice that the old saying, "Once you go woke, you go broke." When these movies are not making money, they'll start changing the message. And honestly, I don't mind a strong female character.
If it's actually a strong female character, not the way they're portraying them in these movies.
No, it's not even that. As long as she's written well and it goes with the story.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, if it doesn't go with the story, it doesn't make any sense. You're forcing it in.
Yeah.
Like, this little girl being sassy in the movie didn't fit the movie. It didn't really fit the narrative of the movie. Yeah,
but I'm telling you, that's what, like, they've just been doing in movies.
They have. They did it with Star Wars. Like, you know, Rey, she was just no training, no nothing. And the another thing, too, is no hero's journey. Like, when you watch a story, you want to see the hero fail so you can see the growth in the hero. Right? You can't do that with these strong females because they don't want to show weakness. So it's like there is no growth. There's just instantly, I'm good at everything I do. Like once again in the Matrix, you know, like Trinity and
I didn't see that one.
I'm not gonna spoil alert, but because she's a woman, she just has powers, random powers. Oh, here we go. Look at all these comments. Oh, it's hard to keep up. My eyeballs. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for commenting.
See, make a separate movie about her, but leave the original alone. And let's go back to Star Wars.
No, because I get what they're trying to do. And look, you can have, like I said, you can have great, strong female characters as long as it's written well and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, okay, she's strong. All right. Give her her backstory. How is she strong? Show us the training. Show us the stuff she had to go through. Like, for example, Kill Bill is a great example because he went back and showed how she was going through all the training for her to be a badass.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I love Kill Bill. I have no problem with the female characters in Kill Bill because it's written well. It's like, don't just be there because this is the message. Oh, we got to be inclusive. Right? It's like, make them strong, make them write the character, regardless of their sex, their color, or whatever it is. Write a character, write a good character, and then by chance make her a woman. All right, I'm gonna try to read some of these comments.
Good, because I have to take this call.
All right. Redeeming Love was bad. The Matrix, I didn't really like. Most movies suck now with the Mary Sue vibe and a strong woman complex degrading men all the time and saying men suck constantly. That's correct. And another thing that they do is a woman can't lose to a man for whatever reason it may be. And it's like, but that's not what a hero does. A hero does lose. There is loss, and then, you know, a hero comes back. That's why we root for our heroes, right? I didn't like the Aladdin remake when they added scenes to Jasmine for that purpose. That is correct. They did added scenes. I told you that too.
Yeah.
I told you that, and you're like, yeah. I know. She knows I have a new hatred for Disney. She's like, oh, Ray, you and your conspiracies. Did the same mistake with Captain Marvel. Yep, I agree. Make her sent for a movie about her, but leave the original alone. I like the Dune movies, epic cast and visuals. Dune was lost on me. That my ADD kicked in on Dune. It was kind of boring for me. And it sucks because it's a sci-fi. Everybody loves it. Maybe I have to rewatch it and maybe actually pay attention to it because I was just like on my phone and like Dune. Like my ADD was really killing me with Dune. But the visuals were nice. Yeah, you're right. And maybe I have to see it when the next one comes out and see it all together because I think it's supposed to be like a trilogy too. So you don't get it. Well, you like the Harry Potter movies. Yeah. Have you watched the new ones?
No.
So there's no like trilogy that like you watch and it's like, oh, I gotta watch it. Like you watched all three of the Matrix?
Yeah.
And so you're looking forward to the new one?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But like I only knew the new one was coming out because you said something.
Right.
But I'm actually like.
Did you like the Matrix?
The box this week.
Like, did you like the first one, second one, and third one? Did you like all three of them?
Did you see the 84 version of Dune?
I did not, and a lot of people said that it answers a lot more. Like it goes more into the story than what the movie did. No, I didn't. I just got all into the hype of what Dune was, right? Because everybody like swears it's like the most epic like sci-fi story out there. And so when the movie was coming out, I got excited for the movie.
Of course.
Because it was better. Better graphic. Well, I was like, look, it's gonna have better visuals. It's gonna have a better written story. So I was like really looking forward to it. And I felt like it was boring for me. But I think that was on me. I think that was my ADD kicking in at the moment. once again, like I said, I will revisit it when the new one comes out, so that way I can watch it, as a full story. Because it also kind of left you on a cliffhanger, But that's how trilogies are. They did the same thing with Lord of the Rings, right?
You know what? I think I'm really not into like the whole trilogy and like when new movies come out because I don't really remember the first ones. Like I'll watch a movie, and maybe it is my ADHD. I'm not actually paying attention to the movie, but I don't remember it afterwards.
Yeah. It's like because the movie really didn't leave an impacting, impression on you. A lot of movies are like that. Like there's some movies where, I could think about it like right now. Like there's one movie that I constantly watch all the time. Mm-hmm. It's Payback. It stars Mel Gibson, and I think this movie came out in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And I just love it. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. Like I'll watch it and I'm like, oh, this movie's awesome. And you know what it is? It's a great story of revenge. Like they left this guy fucked up, and the way he came back is just fucking awesome. I just love it. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I love this movie.
Yeah.
But like most people, like they probably, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But these guys probably never heard of it.
I just saw a really good movie with the kids, and I can't remember what it's called right now. It was on Netflix. It was like a Western movie, but it was made recently. It was like an all-black cast.
Oh yes, that was a good one. I haven't finished it, but I started watching it.
But it was really good.
What's his name?
With the little kid has like all the turmoil in the
beginning they kill.
Yeah, I love those kind of movies.
Yeah, I have to actually, now that you reminded me, I actually have to finish watching that one because it was good. It was very good. Watching it. Yeah. And once again, they made it a big point of an all black cast, right? And I think they had some of the, force feed you, racism, BLM, and all that crap. But overall, the story was good.
Yeah.
At least what I saw of it, right? It was well written. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to do your social justice, I get it. It's the times we're in. Just do it. Don't get lazy on the writing. Because regardless of what you put in there, it's going to suck. And the more you shoehorn that crap in, it's going to even heighten more how much this movie sucks. I'm getting adamant now. You're laughing at me. Don't get me started. I'm not trying to go down that road. That's when she's like, oh, man. Here we go. Oh, boy.
I saw it happening.
The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. It's about a man who suffers a stroke and has to live with an almost totally paralyzed body. Only his left eye isn't paralyzed. Somehow he wrote a book. Oh my! See, that's awesome. That's awesome. But that also makes me feel like I'm just.
What are you doing with your
life? No, I'm falling behind here, man. I'm falling behind.
Everything's so fully functional right now.
I know. The guy had one eye and wrote a book. That's like that. You know what though? The Colonel figured out how to make some banging chicken at like 75 years old and made $1 billion company.
That's true.
Or not multi-million-dollar company. All right, KFC's still around. I think it's killing it. So I still got time.
We always have that fleeting feeling of like, time is fleeting and our life is almost over and what's the greatest thing I'm gonna do, and like we're thinking of it too wide. You have to narrow it down to what you're doing today. What is it that you want to do? And take the steps to do that thing. And just do
it today. And like and this episode is a great example of that because you know what? I do want to talk about movies. And like I was hesitant to talk about, the movie I saw with Ollie, the Chimney Town movie, because it's so obscure and all that. But I should talk about it because it affected me in a way that I'm probably gonna watch this movie next year and for years to come because of the like sentimental value that the movie made me feel at the moment. Like, I watched it it was just me, him, and we were the only ones in the movie theater. Like, I don't even think people are seeing this movie.
You rented out the movie theater?
Yeah, literally. What? We went on a Wednesday. He was, throughout the movie, it was funny because the guards would walk around in the movie, and when they're marching, they'd be like, sorry. So every time they would come to the scene, he would just run around the whole movie theater. He'd be like, sorry, throughout the whole run laps.
That's pretty good.
Oh, you saw it? You did see it. All right. So then, you know what? I'm going to do the review. I'm going to do it for him. I'm going to do it for you. Because you saw it. We're going to talk about it. So, like I said, I'm probably just going to come live. It's going to be my first random rivalry. Right? So it's just me. That's going to, when I hijack the title, that's what I'm going to call it.
I think I'm gonna change the color of my sibling takeover.
See, how do you gotta do like a little?
I think it's too green.
All right, you gotta do like a little
template for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have a template. I just changed the name.
Now that you know, and I saw that we have to also create the playlist of all our stuff.
That's simple enough. Yeah.
I saw that too. Yeah.
There's a burnt one. They taste burnt. The burnt ones. Look, it's all burnt.
A burnt ass Cheez-It.
Burnt Cheez-It.
Hey, but you know what? Broken things need love too. Eat that Cheez-It. Let it serve its purpose. It tastes burnt. Let it serve its purpose. It's only gonna be for a second. It's only gonna be for a second.
Cheez-Its are so good.
They are so good. They're not good for you though, but they are so good. Yeah, man. Like I want to be inspiring like that. Guy suffers a stroke. Is left with one eye, but he's like fuck it, like you know. And sadly, it's probably like he it took that tragedy in his life for him to realize I'm still alive. Let me do something. Mm-hmm. And with one eye, he's like, I'm writing a book. Woohoo! Yes, I did see. Oh, want an Oreo?
No, thank you.
I want to enjoy this Oreo. Thanks, bud. You gonna go play Destiny? It's your destiny to play Destiny.
Never to run.
Song, Capitan. Yes, we did see Sing 2. My youngest got mad at me because I was singing and having a good time in the movie. I was dancing, singing the songs. I love those movies. He was like, shut up. He's so mad.
He's at that age where he's starting to feel like embarrassed. He's like, you're embarrassing me.
He is. And I told him, at one point, I was like, look, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Because that's what leads to low self-esteem. Yeah. Like, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nobody can make you feel like that other than you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I guarantee that if you started singing and dancing, other people will follow you.
Absolutely.
The craziest thing you do in life, more people will start following you. It's weird. It's like you can go right now. You can go out in the city, right? And you can start singing and dancing, and I guarantee a crowd will come around you. And some people will join in. Some people are like, what the fuck's going on? But you know what? Most people will be like, I'm joining in. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen it. I've seen the guy where he's on YouTube. He has a guitar. He's playing a random song. He goes to random people. Mm-hmm. And people will start randomly singing.
Yeah.
And that's dope shit. Like, I like that. I like that because that, once again, it lets me have faith in humanity. Like, people are not as bad as what, you know, they're trying to make you believe.
It's like when the lady comes around at the restaurant, I'm like, oh, how was your meal?
Well, I figured I should eat the cookie because I've been waving it around for like 5 minutes.
I noticed it too. Cheez-Its take a while because then they get stuck in your teeth. You have to play with them.
Have you watched Sing or Sing 2?
Mm-mm. I saw the first one. And we're looking forward to the second one, but we haven't seen it.
The second one's out already. Go see it.
We were actually trying to rent it the other day on something. And it's not available yet.
No? Mm-mm. I was actually trying to find it in bootleg too because we missed the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to let them see the beginning of it.
So like the movie theaters, they don't tell you like what's playing in which theater anymore. Have you noticed that? Mm-hmm. How the theaters don't tell you what's playing in each
Yeah, what's up with that? Mm-hmm. Why do you do that?
I don't know.
I hate it because I always got to go back into my phone. Like, what theater were we in? Yeah. Is that to prevent people from skipping to movies?
I still do it.
I'll do it anyway. Yeah, I can just look up my phone.
Figure it out.
All right, which theater is playing where? Mm-hmm. That was funny when, what was it? You told me the story where you went to the movie. You went to the movies with Ma? Uh-huh. And then we were like, Mom, we're going to go see another movie. And then Ma asked somebody if they could do that. And they were like, as long as you don't leave the theater.
Yeah. I mean, that was years ago, though. Yeah. Before we had to, like, choose our seats.
Yes. Well, I mean, you could still go. It's the theater's empty.
Yeah, sure.
The theater's empty.
If somebody comes, just move.
Oh, thank you. There you go.
That's crazy. That's awesome. The ultimate hack.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I'm always constantly have to look at my ticket. So you know what I do is I have the AMC StubHub thingy. Mm-hmm. So if I have, what I was doing was I would actually buy the ticket for the movie I was going to go skip to see.
Okay.
At least buy one ticket so I know what theater it was in.
Right. I did that the other day. Not the other day, but recently. That's cool. It was at the Palisades. They have so many damn showrooms. Like, there was no way I was finding the movie. Yeah. So I did. I bought one ticket. And we kept, like, watching it to make sure nobody was, like, buying seats next to us. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I would do. Like, okay.
You have to choose, like, the one awkward seat between the group of people that are already there.
Yeah. It's like playing Tetris, COVID Tetris. Because you're like, all right, nobody's going to want to sit this seat, so I'm just going to buy this weird middle one to at least two open over here. The weird COVID game. The COVID games. Did you watch Squid Games?
No. I started to. I was like, what the hell is this shit?
It is actually, it's the first 3 episodes are kind of, you gotta, like, push through it.
You gotta want to watch it.
Yeah. Nah. Because I got on to the hype, and I was like, this is kind of boring. The kids checked out. But then I kept watching it, because I was like, I gotta finish watching this, because I'm one that I hate, like, when things are spoiled. Like, you know, like, movies come out, I gotta be the first one to watch it, because I don't want the internet to ruin it. TV shows, there'd be times where I didn't get to watch a show, and I would call out of work because I knew the people at work would talk about the show. So I was like, I'm not going in, so you could ruin the show for me. No, like, I'm just like, I'm really like that. I hate being, I don't know, I like the surprise. Because what it is that I like the surprise, you know, at the moment. Like, when I'm watching it, oh, shit. Like, because, once again, watching a lot of movies, TVs, and stuff, there's no originality out there. So once something is actually original and it actually gives you that, oh my God, it's like, you know, I want to be in that moment. I want it to be ruined. Game of Thrones was like that. I remember that. I remember they were
People would talk about it every day.
Game of Thrones.
Every day.
But they messed up that last season. I want to, maybe that's why I don't subscribe to HBO. I want to do over. I want them to get the cast, and redo that last season. Okay. That's why I won't subscribe to you, HBO. You lost me. You lost me out with Game of Thrones. And they're trying. They're coming back with, like, DC shows and all that. No. They're trying with, like, giving you the movies for a whole year. Same day they come out of the movie theater, you can watch it at home. No. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. You're on my black book.
Página 13. Oh, I didn't send the link to mine again.
Yeah, they were sent that earlier. They reminded you and you still forgot.
What do you mean? I don't really read the comments. You gotta say something out loud.
I got caught up with something else. We're talking about everything. We're all over the place with this. Okay. I mean, we're still early. It's 12:30. You're going to be leaving soon. Oh, my goodness. What's all these comments popping up?
I have to find the
Why do the comments do that? Why do they, like, pop up?
And then do it all again?
Yeah.
I don't know. Moonfall.
It's weird.
New sci-fi disaster movie. Have you heard of that one, Moonfall?
I think I saw the trailer for it. Is that coming out? I might go watch it and do a movie review. He's just laughing at us. You gotta put more context. I don't know what the happy face is for. Oh, every time we open our phones, the chat goes crazy? Is that what it is?
Is that what it is? Maybe because, like, there's a new viewer or something? I
don't know, man.
All right.
I can't look. I don't want you guys to be all up in, like, in your faces all the time. I want to read the comments. I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be knocking everything over.
Haven't seen it, but the premise of which one you have to read back through.
Moonfall?
Maybe.
Moonfall. I know I saw the trailer for it because I know it stars somebody famous and they're going into space. That's it. That's all I remember the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you watch the movie Don't Look Up?
I didn't finish it.
Coming?
I started to, but I didn't finish it.
Oh, man, you gotta watch that. That's a great movie. I like that movie.
I don't want to restart it, but I want somebody to finish it with me.
Why don't you restart it?
I don't want to. I've already wasted an hour of my life I can't get back.
Also, you're that devoted to like your time that you like. Do you ever like rewatch old movies or rewatch like?
I have like there. Are
remember
movies,
when we were little?
Remember when we were
little? Like we watched The Lion King like nonstop.
Right.
We were always watching The Lion King and saying things and we're just having fun. Mm-hmm. Like that was a thing to do. Like, do you do that now? Like, do you rewatch movies?
I mean, not often.
No?
Not often.
Man.
No. Not unless it's like I'm watching it with somebody. Man. Then it's like, oh, okay, we can watch that.
Right now, I'm on like a sci-fi trip. Mm-hmm. So he said he was going to go play Destiny. I don't know, Alex plays Destiny. But it's a sci-fi game. It's mm-hmm. like, you're in a futuristic world. So like I've started rewatching like The Mandalorian. I started rewatching like Battlestar Galactica. Like I'm all into like, because that was me. I was always a sci-fi nerd like growing up. Like I was into Star Trek back in the day when it was on TV, right? Star Wars whenever it was popping up. So like that's what I grew up with. So like I feel like when I'm like lost in the world, I just turn off this boring ass world and go to sci-fi. It's like great. Cause I know that I'm not gonna see any of this stuff. Like all this stuff, that dope ass shit in sci-fi. I'm not gonna live for that. I'm not gonna live to see any of that. I did like Babylon 5. Yes, I have to find. Actually, I forgot who it's not because right now I have Peacock and Peacock has Battlestar Galactica, but I think Babylon 5 is on I don't know, Paramount or something like that. And I'm like, I'm not doing all these subscriptions. I gotta bootleg. I gotta bootleg better. I gotta find another way to bootleg.
Yeah, I miss Showbox. Showbox is so dope.
Yeah. The ones I have now, they buffer into it's bad. Oh, it's on HBO Max. Oh, you see, you chapped me with that one. No HBO Game of Thrones. Redo that last season. I know you could get half the cast. That's all we need.
I did watch Game of Thrones.
But did you finish it?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, you were. I don't remember if you were really into it though.
I was for a while, and then I fell off. I want to say like third season I fell off.
Oh yeah.
But then like recently, like in the last year, I went back and I rewatched the whole thing. Yeah.
That was good. At least you finished it. Like I don't know how you watch a show and not wonder how it ends.
You know what pisses me off when I'm like two seasons into a show and then they just stop making it. I'm like,
Yep, I agree. She was she was written well into the story though. But then they fired her, yeah.
Who?
Disney.
Oh.
Don't get me started on Disney. See? She's like, don't get me. They want to get me started on Disney. I got to give them what they want.
They want movie reviews.
I see this. I see that. Yeah. Talk movies and TV. I know. It's just, I don't know. You know what it is? That to me is like, that's my passion. Mm-hmm. Like, what happens when, like, I don't know. It's like I know I can never be. I can never work at a pizzeria because I love pizza too much, right?
Okay.
It's like I don't know. I don't want to kill my passion. Like I do love movies. I do love video games.
I don't think it's gonna kill your passion if you're just doing it like once a week, just talking about a movie.
Yes.
It's not like you're having the same conversation every week.
Oh, they're asking so many good questions. Yes, I do remember V where they were all lizards. I like the older version though, the one from the 80s, but they did remake it. I don't think I finished watching the remake. I know I got canceled, and like you said, when the show gets canceled, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's so
like
annoying.
If you're not gonna give me an ending, I don't want to torture myself that way. Like I need an ending to it, you know? Like Lost. Mm-hmm. Lost was a good show.
Lost was a good show.
I'll put you onto that.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? I was like, watch this one episode. And then you were like, I didn't even know what happens next.
And that was it. I was hooked.
I think that's how Lost was. It was like for 7 years. They were like, I don't know. What are we telling? What are we telling them? I don't know, but they like it. They keep coming back. Just leave them with another cliffhanger this year. All right. There's another bunker. Did you see Farscape? No, that's one I do want to watch because I want to watch that one with the kids.
I'm dying over here.
Let me get you some water. I'll go get some water.
Room temp.
You could keep them
room temp.
You could keep them.
I don't know. It's just gonna be. Oh my gosh, the awkward silence ensues.
Talk about sci-fi shows.
I don't watch TV. No, you know what? I think Manifest would fall under sci-fi, right?
Manifest falls under sci-fi. That's a good one.
Okay.
When you're in a plane and they go into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sci-fi.
Gosh, it was so dope. I love that show.
That's not like deep into the
That's like another show that I feel like they need to bring.
That's sci-fi mystery. That's sci-fi mystery, and those are great. See, but I watch those shows, and then I'm like, nah, I need a deep like sci-fi trip. Now that you mentioned Farscape, I'll probably go into start watching Farscape.
Thank you.
Room temp is not room temp.
No, it's cold over here.
It's like it's January. You're like room temp. I literally got you room temp. It's nice and cold.
Yeah. It's a good cold though. Like water from the fridge is annoying.
Why? That's great.
Oh, it's so cold.
Well, I mean,
in the summertime, or in the summertime,
it's great. Like if
but
you're
like
really
right now,
hot.
like if I go in and order a bottle of water, like the other day, we grabbed McDonald's and I was like, "Can I just have a bottle of water?" She was ice cold. I'm like, "What the hell? Do they have room temp water?" Like,
nah, it's like cold water.
Oh, my foot is falling asleep. What's going on here? Ah,
you know what? You know why? Because when I was in the military, right, in boot camp, they deep drill into you water, right? But it was that like whatever temperature water. So like we're outside, right, in the middle of August, September, right? It's hot as fuck, and I gotta drink it because they're forcing me to drink it. So that's why I can't just like. To me, it's like, all right, I have to have water, right? Because I still had that training. Gotta drink, stay hydrated. You gotta drink. But I can't torture myself like that no more. I gotta have cold water.
So how much water do you drink? Do you know like roughly how many bottles you drink a day?
No, I just drink. Like, whenever I'm thirsty, that's it. I go get water. You see, I don't really have anything to drink in there.
Right.
Like, the kids, every once in a while, we have root beer as a little treat. But for the most part, it's all water. So I'm constantly bottles everywhere.
Might watch Farscape.
Me too. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to watch it. I don't
plan on watching Farscape.
You know what?
What is it about?
Okay, so it's about this guy. I've seen the first episode. So he's like, he flies out. He's an Earthling, right? Who flies out into space, and then I think he goes through this like wormhole or something, and then he like meets these other aliens, but they're like Muppets and stuff, and so it looks like the Muppet Show, like with this guy in space. Like it's good. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm saying it loosely, but it's like good puppetry that they have, like good visual puppets that they have, like with the guy, and like they go on these like different space adventures. I'm like, look, I'm never gonna meet space puppets. If you're out there, space puppets, can you make my life different, please? Show me some of this technology. Actually, that is the rumor that a lot of our technologies we have is from aliens, like phones and stuff.
Yeah.
Area 51.
Yeah.
No, I gotta tell you something.
It did come about rather quickly. Technology just kind of like boomed rather quickly.
Yeah. It still took a while.
Alien tech. I don't know about all that. I feel like alien tech would be so much cooler.
Alien tech?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Men in Black have. They have the dope ass stuff, secret agencies. That's what they have, the dope tech that we don't have.
Yeah. You know what? I think alien tech. I think like weapons.
No, I think communication.
I'm not really thinking.
Like if you
tech.
Look, you see, you gotta watch more sci-fi shows. You think aliens are out to kill you?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like I said, alien tech is like. I think it'd be cooler, but then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, the only alien tech I really think of is, like, weapons.
I guarantee the one movie you're thinking about right now is Independence Day.
It's not.
I
wasn't even thinking of Independence Day. No. There's a movie, but there's a movie I'll watch, like, every year. I'm like, we have to watch Independence Day.
You know what? I do that, too. I do that with the kids. I'm like, look, it's Independence Day. You gotta watch it. Yeah. It's like, I don't watch, like, any other, like, war movies or anything like that. No, I'm like, we gotta watch that. That's hilarious. Like, that's what they're gonna think. That's why we're so fucking up our kids. That's what they're gonna think. Like, aren't we celebrating the 4th of July because we fought aliens? Like, no. Yeah, see, like anti-gravity. That's a cool tech. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm saying like hoverboards and stuff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like Back to the Future had flying cars and hoverboards and stuff. We
don't have that.
Like, you're thinking like laser ray guns and stuff. Like that's when you think about like futuristic weapons. You're thinking futuristic weapons. I'm thinking like cool transportation, like being able to transport, like teleport. Right? Yeah, beam me up. Cool. Beam me down. Mm-hmm. Missing an arm. Oh, it's my arm. He has to watch Groundhog Days every day. Oh, you're coming up. It's coming up. I might do that too. Groundhog Day on Groundhog Day. That's a great. That's one of like Bill Murray's classics. I should go on a Bill Murray trip. He makes good movies. Ghostbusters, Stripes, Groundhog Day. Name one. Can't. One Bill Murray. One. Your president is apparently.
I heard that. Him and like a lot of our other government officials.
Well, that goes back to that TV show.
And like they show pictures of them too, and it's like, oh, maybe they are aliens. Because you remember in Men in Black when he turned into a human, he was an ugly human.
Yeah, but they were also humans that just look. Remember when they had the big TV of all the aliens they were tracking, and they had Michael Jackson on there, and everybody was like, "Well, yeah, that's
what? I missed that. What? I missed that.
Oh yeah, the Fly talking about teleportation. So he built a teleportation machine, right? And he goes in, and there was a fly that got caught in. So then when he comes back, he turned into a fly. Oh, jeez. So you know how I was like, oh, I lost my arm. It was like, he had, I got a fly head. Oh, damn, you didn't sterilize this.
That sucks. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's the fly. You never heard of that?
Messed up. I'd be mad.
I want a refund on this teleportation. Yeah, you know what's funny? The other day we were talking about Total Recall. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, that would be so great. Like I put like just memories of great adventures. Cause I was mad at the guy because he wanted to be like some spy agent and have people chasing after him. Like I don't want that. Like I'm not at that extreme. I'm like, look, I could watch movies for that. But like cool, like going to the machine and be like, yeah, I want to do a cool adventure in my head, treasure hunting or something. And then, like, I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I did it. Cool.
We got into this last show, too. And you were telling me about the movie where, like, the guy, like, you go in for, like, a weekend and, like, they put, like, a whole vacation in there in your head.
That's Total Recall.
Oh, okay.
That's why, since that, we were talking about that, I was just thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I would, like, well, if it was me in that scenario, what would I do? Like, what would I, put in my head? Mm-hmm. Like, what fake memories would I put in? Because if you think about it, that's all we are. That's what I'm saying, like, people with Alzheimer's, I'm being optimistic and believing that they're happy because they don't remember all the shit they lived through. Mm-hmm. Because, that's, we are, as humans, we do get haunted by that stuff, right?
Right.
It's hard to, like, forget certain things that happen. You may forgive people for their transgressions towards you, but you can't really forget that memory, right?
Right.
So, if your mind erases it, that's great. It's like, I want to erase them and then put some dope memories in. I can't read that last one. You read it.
It's not in English.
What?
No.
It's not in English. What?
Did you see Predestination starring Ethan Hawke?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think. Is that a teleportation movie?
I don't know what kind of movie that is.
It would be cool to
I did not even hear about it.
I think you would love teleportation. It's like you knock on sci-fi, but a lot of the stuff in sci-fi, you would be totally like, I could just, in like an hour, I could be in Jamaica right now. Amazing. Like you just got to go to the teleportation facility and teleport, and now in an hour. Mm-hmm. Like think about all the places you want to go to, but you can't because of the flights right now.
I mean, not even the flights right now. The flights in general. I don't want to be on a plane for 19 hours.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But if you could teleport,
that would open up. That would open up a whole lot of.
Yeah, like think about your traveling. Like just how it would just change travel for you. Can I read it on here?
Predestination.
Predestination is about a man born a woman, goes back in time and makes a baby with his younger self and takes the baby to orphanage to the year he was born. What? I read it, but I don't even know what I read. It was like I was just saying the words. My brain was like, wait, what?
That was me in grade school. That was me in grade school. I don't know how I
You remember how many times you would read a question? Until your brain finally was like, wait, what?
Oh, that's what they're asking.
Until the light bulb came on. Like, my light bulb's not coming on. It's a little dim right now. Wait, what are you trying to say?
So she becomes a man later in life and then goes back in time and has a baby with her younger self? Is that what it was that you just said?
But I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna put it on my list of things I gotta watch now. Predestination. Movie. Because there it goes. Because it's now pulling up like some... Okay, there it is. Okay. All right.
Screenshot.
No, I just leave the tab open.
Oh, yeah, you and your tabs.
I got like 50 tabs open.
Oh my god, I like go through and I close all my apps all the time.
I leave my tabs open.
I go through and like I clean out my tabs.
You know, tabs to me is like what you with your photos, where you gotta go through and you do your photo management. Now I do my tab management. Oh man. Oh,
yeah, I have a thing about like organizing stuff. Like in my phone, having to like organize things like my photos or like going on Pinterest and organizing my pins. Like,
you know,
I'm really like, oh, they have to be categorized right.
I was like that, and then I finally just got rid of it all. Like I had my folders with all the apps according to the categories and stuff, and then I noticed that Apple does that for me. So I was like, why am I doing all this?
Apple does that for you?
Yeah, right here. See, like suggestions, entertainment, social, finance. So they're doing it for me. So
way to go, Apple!
And then they gave me my widgets over here, so I have this clean now.
Like your background.
You like it?
Yeah,
Ollie
cool.
wants it too. See,
it looks like tech, alien tech going on over there.
See that? Yeah. And see, if you look at my phone in the back, it's nice and blue, and my case is blue, so everything is color coordinated. I have to, man. I told you, I'm deep down in my heart, I'm a sci-fi nerd. But see, I wouldn't want to work in like with Elon Musk or something like that, and like work on like space transportation. Like that to me bores me, because it's like the beginning part. It's like doing the work. I want the final, like when we get to the final test, give me the final product. I'm all sold. Us traveling into space, sold. Going to Mars, sold. Like hoverboards, sold. I don't want the technology like the.
I'd definitely invest in a hoverboard.
Hoverboards would be dope, right?
Yeah, they come out. I want one.
And if it's like the one from like Back to the Future Part 2, when he first took it, it was a scooter. So it's like the ones you have now, but without wheels. You could go anywhere with it.
That'd be
except
cool.
for water. You can't go with water unless you have power. That was from the movie. Just for your reference. Okay. I actually I watched Back to the Future the other day with Ollie because I told him, I was like, you know that Rick and Morty, because he loves Rick and Morty, the cartoon, right? Like, you do know that this is from like this is like they're making fun of Back to the Future. Like that's Doc and that's Morty. And he, Marty, right? And he was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, Morty is Marty, and that's Doc. And he was like, huh? So I was like, just watch this movie. And he was like, oh my God. So now he likes it. And he was like, oh, okay. That's hilarious.
I did not make that connection. No. Thank you for making that connection.
You don't even do you watch Rick and Morty?
I don't watch Rick and Morty.
So why would you make that connection?
Your mother. Not your mother. I was not talking bad about your mom.
She's talking bad at the Cheez-Its. So what would be the Cheez-Its mom? The factory?
I guess so.
You're throwing ill will towards the factory workers?
No!
I don't understand that.
I'm definitely hogging the heat today, but you seem comfortable. Okay. You look a lot more comfortable today than you were last week.
Yeah, last week was cold.
It was cold.
It was cold. I think that was right after the snowstorm.
Yeah, and
then again, today was snowing too.
I mean, this weekend.
I don't know, man.
This past weekend, it was like 0 degrees.
Oh, I'm ready.
We definitely like dropped below.
I'm ready for the warmth. I want to go to the lake so bad. I got my truck sitting out there doing nothing. I'm ready to be out there again. Get some sun.
Do you like any winter sports?
No, because I don't even do sports in general. I'm just being lazy on the beach.
Well, I call it winter sports, but like
winter
sledding with the kids, you know,
winter
like
activities.
yeah.
No, I don't like any of that stuff. I mean, if I did it like in the moment, yeah, but to actually go somewhere to do it, no. I just thinking about dealing with people and just no. It's manufactured fun.
Yeah,
you can only take so much of that. That's why I do it in the summer. With the amusement parks and stuff like that. That's what you want me to go to? A winter amusement park?
Basically, amuse yourself.
Tubing looks fun. Yes,
fun. I'm taking the kids tubing. I can't wait.
Tubing's actually fun in the summer when you go down a river. Like they put you in the tube with a little piece of wood in the bottom, and you go in the river.
That sounds awful.
And you could feel the rocks bumping on the
that
wood.
Feels awful. Oh, that sounds awful.
That was fun.
What? Yeah. Where did you do that?
So.
Like here in PA?
No. Let me tell you the story how I did it. Because this memory just kind of popped into my head recently.
Okay.
So you know how like I signed up for the Marines early, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Mom had to sign me at 17 and I was still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think it was like once a month I had to meet up with my recruiter to keep in touch until my official boot camp date, right? So I think it was like over the spring or something like that when we met up. We went to a river and we went tubing. And I was like, I can't swim. They were like, don't worry about it. No! Just stay in the tube. See, but that's stuff like that. Like, stuff like that I feel like, I don't know. Like, I think as men, we do need to be like we need more. That's why as men, we need a group of men to do things and have other men tell you, suck it up, buttercup. Mm-hmm. To make you, like, toughen up in life.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I do believe kids do need mom and dad. Because mom is more nurturing, right? Where she's like, oh, let me see how it's bad, oh, this is this. Whereas dad is just like, are you hurt? You know, like, you got a boo-boo? No more fun? We gotta go? It's like, it's more like that. It's like, either suck it up and let's keep doing what we're doing, and mom will come and, like, clean it up and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe gets a cut. I didn't put that in the beginning of the story. I just started rambling. Tubing looks fun. You gonna go tubing?
Yeah.
When?
Snow tubing.
When?
I was supposed to go today. We'll see.
So you'll go snow tubing after what happened to me, and you were there, but you won't go down a river?
No. I forgot about that. Yo, you flew like 8 feet into the air.
What? Yeah. So you busted my head open. Jeez. You were there. You lived it. Yeah. I don't think mom was expecting that. Mom was like, "Oh, just go tubing, guys, right over here." And it's like, "Whoa!" Bah!
Yes, when we were young, we were snow tubing down the hill. And I guess it had like gotten cold, temperature dropped, and iced over.
It froze over, yes. Mm-hmm. So it was like a hill that was also next to a parking lot.
Yeah.
So like, I was coming down the hill like super fast. I hit the bank, went over the bank, and then came down onto the
into the pavement.
Into the parking lot. And I had a nice scar up here.
I was on a sled behind you. I also made it onto the pavement, but I fell right on my butt, and I was okay. I didn't get hurt.
So hysterical. She was just like, oh! Which I don't even know how. Like driving with Ma like that. I don't know how she did that and drove me to the hospital. Like I don't even recall any of that afterwards. Man. I just remember, bah! Everything else after that, I'm just like, I'm alive.
Yeah, I remember that, and I remember you had stitches.
Yeah, I have stitches. What? Eyebrows covering it.
Do you still have a scar?
Yeah, it's still
there.
If you look, it's there. It's bad.
Oh, shit.
No, I still have a scar. It's just my eyebrows covering it. Yeah. Yeah, so go have fun tubing.
You had a scar with that. Wow.
But you know what? it's gonna be at a tubing park, so you're gonna have enough like afterwards.
Yeah, there's plenty of space. So I took the kids there last year. Actually, I've taken them the last 2 years. So 2 years ago, I went. I had like won a contest at work, and they're like, "Oh, we're going tubing." I was like, "Cool." I'm bringing my kids. They were like, "Cool." That was like the one thing that was awesome about being like the only like parent. I used to bring my kids to everything, and it was just on the company dime. They were like, "Yeah, cool."
That's like when you bring them to country night on Tuesdays. That's great.
Yeah,
I was like, let them have a good time. Let them learn things.
And I took them last year. It's in Jersey, so I mean it's a bit of a drive. It's like maybe 45 minutes, an hour. But
do they have so when you go to like ski resorts, right, and you spend the whole day skiing, they have the cabin that everybody goes through, the lodge to warm up. That ends up being like a party. Like, do they have that with tubing?
Yeah, it wasn't a party. Yeah.
See, if they had that, like, I would go tubing, and then afterwards, I'm freezing, go to the lodge, and then it's like a party. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Going to hit the slopes.
So you ever went skiing?
No.
Never went snowboarding. I went skiing. Every time.
I went snowmobiling.
This is why I want to go skiing. Like, I can ski. I just, damn lift. I can't get off of it. I always bust my ass. Everybody always laughing because I can't get off the damn thing. I hate that damn lift. But yeah, I like skiing. You get the tag on your jacket and you go up and down the mountain. It's fun. I did the bunny slopes, but I go skiing. You never went skiing?
I've never.
Well, I ever want to take the lessons and learn how to do it?
No. I think I'd be more into snowboarding.
Well,
with the one.
Which one do you do off the snow? Are you more in skating? Like, do you do skating?
Nope.
Or you don't do skateboarding?
Nope.
There's no
I don't do any of
there's no scooter on the snow. I don't know how to relate to that one.
It was a comment. I like snowmobiling. I like.
There's a movie about that. There's a movie about that where the guy got stuck on a ski lift overnight. Like, he's in the ski lift, and the whole movie's of him just up there in the ski lift.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't remember how it ends, but yeah, that's the movie.
He just has to survive the night.
I don't know. I don't remember. I just know that that's the movie. He's stuck on the ski lift. Yeah, that's what he said. That's his fear of skiing, getting stuck overnight on the ski lift.
Jeez.
Yeah, the movie's called Frozen. Just him stuck up there.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah. At some point, do you decide, like, well, I don't know, because those ski lifts get high up there. Like, just like, fuck it, I'm just going to jump. Hope the snow breaks my fall, and then I can figure out a way to get back down to
Well, do you jump with your skis on your feet? Or do you take them off?
No, you have to take them off so you could kind of dip in the snow, right?
Would you want to dip in the snow, or?
I mean, if it's soft snow, you want the snow to catch you, right? I'm saying it's almost like diving into water. It's like diving into the water.
The movie was wild.
Was it? I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember it. But he was just stuck on the ski lift. Would you watch that movie? You're not curious about it?
I don't know, because I feel like I've seen like 2 other movies with that premise, and it's like
stuck somewhere and it was just stupid.
Yeah. Like the people who go, it was like a couple. They weren't snorkeling. They were doing the other thing underwater. Maybe they were snorkeling and they got like left there out sea. Oh,
and they had to survive?
Yeah.
And the whole time it's just them in the water?
Yeah, bobbing around.
I think I saw the trailer for that.
And then there was another one.
I think I saw that movie, but I don't remember it.
There was another one where like a group of friends are on a boat and they jump off the boat, but nobody like put the ladder down, so they're just like in the water, treading water.
Yeah, that's why I don't go deep in the water. I just stay by the beach. There's so much more fun at the beach. You can drink, there's music, you can dance on the beach. Yeah, you guys go play in the water. I'm good. Just watch out for sharks. Yeah, I saw Alive. Alive is a classic. It's where the plane crashes and they have to survive. Oh my God,
they have to eat each other to stay alive?
Yeah, it's in the movie. Yeah, it's in the movie. You gotta watch it. That's a good one. Alive is a good one. I don't remember Frozen though. I don't know. I mean, the Disney Frozen. I do remember that one. Do you want to build a snowman? Hell no, it's too cold. Shut up. I'm going back to my room.
But it wasn't cold for her.
It was cold for her sister who she was asking. Oh, no. The one who doesn't have the power was asking if you want to build a snowman. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. You're right. In that context, yes. Yes, you're correct.
It's a Disney movie, I know.
Do you know, talking about Frozen, do you know that Encanto just beat Frozen?
Really?
With the song We Don't Talk About Bruno?
No way! That's the song of all of them?
Yeah. Look, I'm happy and I'm also sad about it because I'm happy because it's putting like Latino songs and all that up and it's beating, other things and they'll do more stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. But then I'm also bummed about it because out of the whole album, that's like one of the lamest songs on there. Though I do kind of like since that movie, I've been kind of adding it to like other songs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And We Don't Talk About Bruno. Yeah, I add into like other lyrics. But you laugh at me, but they don't. If you go on YouTube, they're doing that. They're mixing Bruno into other things. Like they put in other beats to it. This is freaking hilarious.
That was like the catchy one that like my kids caught on to.
Bruno?
Yeah.
No, I like the other one. What's the one?
I mean, all the music was good.
Yeah, the music was great. But I guess that one was the catchy one.
Yeah.
I guess. Thinking about the movie. I gotta watch that movie again. I'm already forgetting.
I've seen it twice already.
Have you? Mm-hmm. You didn't even want to see it. You didn't even know what it was.
No,
I came in and told you about
it. I saw the preview in the movie theater. Like the one movie I did go see with the kids.
They showed
I saw
the trailer,
that preview.
but you forgot about it.
Right. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah,
you guys were like, oh, the one about the house. I was like, what?
Yeah, the house is alive.
Yeah. That was a cute movie.
It was good. And once again, female movie. Yes, it was kind of forced in with one of her sisters, the really buff one. Mm-hmm. Like that one I felt kind of like a little off by it. But like it showed weakness. And, like, that was well-written characters. Like, it showed weakness, and it had something they had to overcome. Like, the grandmother's weakness and everybody else's weakness. Like, they all had their issues, and then at the end of the movie, it was kind of resolved, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I liked that. Like, to me, the story was written well. Disney. Don't get me started on Disney. You know who's becoming the next Disney? Microsoft. Did you hear that Microsoft just bought... Activision?
No, I didn't.
You don't even know what Activision is,
nope.
do you? Activision is one of the biggest gaming developers. So they make like Call of Duty and some other games. I can't remember the other games. I'm just thinking about Call of Duty right now. So yeah, oh look, 111. They just like I think it was like a $70 billion deal that Microsoft was like, we're gonna buy you. I'm like $70 billion. That's crazy. $70 billion. Like, was Microsoft like $1 trillion company at this point? Close to it. I think Apple recently became $1 trillion company. But yeah, so they're buying up all these studios under Microsoft's name, and it's like what Disney did with buying like Marvel and Star Wars, Pixar, and having it all under Disney. Microsoft is doing that now. So, like, when you want all these titles, like, all these big titles that people are used to, they're all going to be under the Microsoft label. So, what does that mean? You got to buy, like, an Xbox? You have to subscribe to their, like, what's going to happen, a few years from now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. Microsoft and Disney.
That's what we do with our...
monopolies.
That's exactly what it is. All these monopolies. They just buy everything up and we have to go through them.
We do have to go through them.
Damn.
What happened?
They'll make $70 billion in 1 year. Everybody's money's going through Microsoft.
That does make sense because you think about all the remote work, everything that you need to... Like, more PCs are being bought so people can work from home. Mm-hmm. That's why, what was it? The one app we were using, Zoom. Zoom blew up.
Yeah, it did.
Like, it was a nobody, and then COVID hit, and it's like, boom. Now they're, like, huge. They make $70 billion in 1 year. That's crazy. Wasn't there, it's like comedies would make fun of this, where they were, like, in the future, there was, like, only, like, 4 corporations.
Yeah.
Like, they will all just merge into one big company.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the universe we're living in. That's where it's happening. It's like foretelling of what's to come.
But I really hope that like what we see in the spring is like everyone's gonna be buying like most of their produce and some of their local stuff locally.
I'm honestly what I'm hoping in March. It's just like what happened last year is that as the weather gets warmer, people just starts to chill out. Yeah. Like the rules get more lax and everybody stops with like just I think maybe that's what it is. It's like the weather. Like it's sunnier, people are more happier. It's like I don't know. Make it in simple terms.
I hear somebody like shoveling snow.
I thought it was a cart pulling in.
No, it sounded like a
snow plower.
Yeah.
I gotta look at the roads. Like, you're snowed in here.
Money during the divorce, but he earned it all back during COVID. Bezos, Jeffrey
Bezos.
Yeah, he lost half his money during the divorce.
Did you give
it right back?
Did you give Ollie a fruity snack?
I did.
Okay, I think you did tell me that, but I just read his text right now. Bezos. That's another guy that's buying up everything too. Amazon. They're buying up like grocery stores. And we said the other day that they pharmaceuticals. Like they're. I'm telling you, we're gonna have like 3 companies in the future. Yeah. It's gonna be Disney, Microsoft, and Amazon. I would believe that. Yeah. Jeff Bezos. That guy has a nice heated competition with Elon. That's why they're both going into space and all that. It's like because they're going back and forth as the richest guy. So they're like their rivalry. I want to be in that rivalry. Right? I don't care if I lose. I just want $1 billion. What do they got? They keep going back as far as like the richest man on the planet. So. Yeah, the other day, I think Jeff Bezos took William Shatner into space. Oh, Kirk. You don't know? Star Trek? Yep. No. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, he took him into space? Like he threw him on a spaceship and was like, let's go.
Yeah, he's old too.
What?
Yeah, he's old. He's like.
Good for him.
70s, and he flew into outer space.
That's what's up. Yeah. So he was. I'm taking this as like the Star Trek guy. That's kind of cool. That like. I don't know. That's where life led him. He made it into space.
And see, as much as I'm into sci-fi, that doesn't going into space like. All right, what then? You know, like what are we doing after that? Like that should just be like me going into space, hitting like hyperspeed, and then going exploring the galaxy or something. That's what I'm looking for. I'm telling you, I want the end product. We need to hurry up. All these smart people need to hurry up. I want to do cool shit. Would you be part of a colony? Like let's say like there was like, hey, we need people to volunteer to go to Mars, but you're gonna be in space for like years. Would you do it?
To go start a colony?
Yeah. Like, would you go in this like big spaceship for however many years, not knowing if you're actually going to get there, and then actually, starting a colony on Mars, not knowing if it's going to survive? Would you do that?
I think that sounds pretty cool.
I mean, if you think about it, that's what humans do. Mm-hmm. Like, if you look at like the Pilgrims back in, when they got on a ship and they said, "Hey, we're leaving. Mm-hmm. We don't like you guys no more. We're out." That's what people do.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool like to start at the beginning of society.
That's why like space is that next that next voyage we have to do. We have to go.
Can we just send all the assholes to space?
Why? And the people down here will become assholes.
I don't know if we would.
You gotta believe you can.
All the power hungry people, just send them up to space. Adios.
Power hungry. Do you know how many people you'll be sending up there?
Yeah, we won't have an issue of overpopulation anymore.
So but you need the assholes.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
You need assholes. You need the people who scam you sometimes. As much as we say we don't like it.
Yo, let me tell you about this scam
you gotta learn. There's a lesson to be learned.
So I found like one of those deals on the internet. It's like, oh, that's too good to be true. And I bought it anyway. And like what told me that it was
Oh, welcome, Gravy Train. Are you new to the channel? Welcome.
Right? You keep noticing. Yeah, it's a new one too.
Name.
Welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Our channel, Sibling Rivalry.
She's Lynn. I'm Ray. Yep. We're just ranting today. We're just having a good time. Yes, you need assholes so people don't die. Exactly. What? They challenge the system. If everything is nice and soft, look at what we have right now. We have a weak system. You need assholes. Toughen up during hard times. Tough it up, Buttercup.
I don't think assholes are the same as how did I describe them just now? Oh, the power hungries. There's a difference between being an asshole and being power hungry.
Are you hungry for power?
I'm not.
Yeah, most people are not. So we need somebody to lead. We just need to make sure that we're not stupid to not pick the wrong person and follow the wrong person.
That's what we're doing, though. Over and over again.
But a leader...
That's all society does. Let's just get rid of all them, send them all to space.
We need leaders. We need leaders. We just need the right leaders. We need to be smart enough to pick our leaders. Team America. Team America. America, oh my God, we're so entitled. It's even in our policies, like even in our like domestic policies, like we have people, tuning in overseas and thank you for tuning in. But like as Americans, we really do like say, look, it's what we say and it goes. Like we invade other countries because we're democracy and we're helping. Like why are we doing that? Like why are we so entitled as Americans? Why?
We're raised this way. It's how we're bred.
It's how we're bred.
It's how we're bred.
Oh man. Oh, forgive us. Please forgive us. But
yeah, I don't like that other countries are becoming westernized. I'm like, no.
That's that whole like terminology, westernization.
I don't like that. Don't be like us. We're not cool.
Don't be like us, please. Don't.
Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the privileges, but
we're like that one cousin.
We have no morals.
We're like that one cousin that you're like you're waiting to see them on the family reunion because you're just waiting to see what crazy things they're gonna do. That's America. Like coming in, and there's like you can't tell us anything. But they must be doing something, right? Because they got their life together, right? So something must be working. It's like, was it?
America over China or North Korea? I feel like I don't really know enough about. I've never been, a citizen of China. I've never been a citizen of North Korea, so.
And they
might be happier people. I don't know.
And I ask myself because my buddy tells me that too. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll be like, oh, China, oh, Korea. And he's like, how do you know that's true, though? Yeah. Like, how do you know you're not falling for the propaganda? I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Fuck. So that's why I get why you're just turned off. That's ultimately what I got to do at some point is just turn it all off. Turn off all the noise.
And like for me, I want to experience, other parts of the world, but I'm not in a rush to get there. It's like why I tell people when they're smoking weed for the first time, like, you're not in a rush to get high. Just, toke a little and see what happens. Same thing with life. Like, take a couple chances, see what happens.
We gotta look into THC 0.
What the hell is this?
That's the new shit.
What the hell is this?
That's the new shit. And Delta 10. We gotta look into those.
Delta 10?
Yeah, well, there's Delta 8.
What the hell's with these deltas anyway?
It's the what's it, the chemical compound that gets you like, hey.
We can't say Delta too much. Because there was the Delta variant.
Oh my goodness, don't talk about that! Right, it's 30 times stronger. Yeah, that's what I'm telling her. Because she's like, oh, it doesn't affect me anymore. Delta, THCO. Or 0, or whatever. Yeah, THC, yeah, we gotta look into that. And it's all from like this hemp law, so you can just walk into like the CBD store, ask for it, and boom, they'll give it to you. You can order it through the mail, and they'll ship it to you.
Yeah, but shipping's been delayed lately.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want it faster, you might as well go to the CBD store. Just
walk in.
I got a rule. I don't pay attention to politics unless the problem lasts for 5 years or more. That's I hear that, but what about something like right now where politics literally is affecting the last year? Like literally within a year, your inflation's going up, economy's tanking. We're about to go to war. And so how much more of the politics within the last year can you ignore before you're like, fuck, this is getting crazy?
Whether you follow it or you don't, though, ultimately, like, what change are you bringing about for it? Like, is you worrying and being stressed about it making a change?
I'm not saying stress about it. I think at this point, I just want to, like, once again, I want to ring the alarm and say, look, people, let's realize what we're doing. Like, it's so polarized right now between the two tribes. It's like, look at how we're destroying everything. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, it's more of, like, not worrying about, it's more of worrying about, like, what's going to be left for him.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, which one? These? Come get them.
He's like turned into an anime character over the last month.
Yeah. That kid is, he's such a character. I swear. It is kind of cool that him and his cousins are bonding over video games. Yeah. And they go back and forth. It's so great. I told him, though, I'm like, look, if you're going to play online, you know, Lex is always streaming. Why aren't you streaming? Yeah. You know? Coordinate your channels.
Lex was asking me about that too.
Suicide rates are exploding. Yeah, unfortunately it is. It is. And so is drug use. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. It really is sad. And that's another reason why we need to call out a lot of this bullshit. Because people who are, you know, trapped in the middle of all of this is what happens. Yeah. It's all because
it's overwhelming. It becomes too much.
Yeah. It's all because of what's going on. It's crazy.
I feel like we should be taught from a younger age, like, how to do, like, start on your path of inner work. Mm-hmm. You know?
But I don't see that happening anytime soon because I feel like now they're just they're coddling people. Like, I hate what I'm about to say. Like, they were talking about a program where they were like, oh, we should talk about mental illnesses, mm-hmm. right? And so how we can spot out depression, anxiety, and all that stuff. And in the, you know, overall, when you take that, you're like, that's a great thing. Mm-hmm. We should do that. But then when I think about how they're going to handle it and how they're going to come about it, they're just, once again, it's just going to be another avenue to force feed their propaganda into. So it's like, I want it the other way, like what you said was, you know, teach about how to self-develop. Mm-hmm. You know, how to work on, okay, you have anxiety, you can call it out, but how do you self-improve yourself so you don't have the anxiety? Mm-hmm. Right? How do you, if you're feeling depressed, how do you get yourself out of that depression? Yeah. Right? And not what they plan on doing, which is, once again, force-feeding propaganda.
It's very true. Yeah, I feel like even being in, like, a program like YAG, like we were in, it's just, like, something so healthy for young children.
It is.
You know,
and that's
for young
why,
adults.
Right, and that's why I was like, I wanted to tap back into volunteering, because that's really what it was. It was mm-hmm. like, we were developing skills, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we each went to, like, it's everything that we talk about. Like, it was people volunteering their time to help kids, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I sat with a graphic designer, and she was a legit, no shit, graphic designer. That's how she made her profession. Mm-hmm. And she was giving up her time to help me learn. And it was great. Like, I was really learning and all that. You know, that was when I was introduced to a MacBook at the time. She was using Mac because it was good for, you know, arts, right? Mm-hmm. Art programs and all that. And, like, to see that, like once again, we don't have that in our communities. When things like this happen and people die tragic, life makes bad things happen in areas of earth. I do believe that too. And I think that goes back to negative energy.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking about when you read it.
Yeah, negative energy, what you put out, you know, they say what you put out is what you receive. When we putting out so much negative energy, it does take a toll on the planet. Mm-hmm. It really does.
And energy travels, you know, it's not just about staying, like, here within your circle. Mm-hmm. It's going all over the earth.
That's why I'm not really one to believe in climate change, because I think, once again, that's the arrogance of man to think that we can fuck up this planet. Mm-hmm. I think if the planet is really hurting, it's going to eradicate us. We're the virus. So we will see massive floodings. We will see, like, the earth will be like, look, I got to get rid of you because you're killing me. You know? What else?
We need rest from all the BS.
Thank you guys. You guys been commenting all day today. Yeah. I love you guys.
Yeah, he thinks we should all live in a forest and just, take in the birds. And you know what? And that has a lot to do with learning to be grateful for what you have right here in front of you. Because when you slow down and you live in the moment, you do realize the birds when you're walking to your car.
Yes, and that's why that's why I've been gravitating more in the last few years more about, summer. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was like, yo, come camping with us. You don't want to go camping. I don't want to go camping. It's exactly what my man said. Let's go. Why? Yo, do you know that me and my boys, what we do is we take that truck. I'm sleeping in the back of that truck. And they got a little tent. And they love it. We're having a blast. We're going to the beach. We're just enjoying life. Like, I miss those moments. Like, that to me is where I'm coming alive. Yeah. But taking in nature, It's like, why do you got to get on a plane and drive so far away to enjoy nature? Thank you. Hey, you're a city boy, man. You got to come out. Come out and we'll go camping. Come out to the Poconos.
What if, the kids just, set up all their tents in my backyard?
They did that first. That's what the first thing. I was like, I had to do that to make sure they were willing to...
Sleep in the tent?
Yeah.
I slept in the tent when I was a kid. I went with, a friend's family to the woods, and we slept in tents.
Tell you, my goal is this summer, I want to go all along the East Coast, hitting all the beaches and the campgrounds. I'm just enjoying it. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. Not knowing the exotic location that you see in the magazine. Fuck that. I'm just driving, sun, beach, dirt.
No, it's different. Even in the summertime, our ocean doesn't get warm enough to enjoy the beach. It's just cold.
It is cold.
No, I want to go.
How do you think I tell the kids? I'm like, look, you guys go in. I'm just on the beach. It's warm enough. Look, it's hot enough for me to be on the beach. You'll be like, yeah, this is the life. I miss it. So you went camping. So you went as a kid, right? But you can't do it now?
I can. I don't want to.
Why?
Because why do I want to do that? No. Can't be too much. I was gonna write the end.
Give you a shack feast.
Look at that! You see the next one. Read that one right there. Equals bugs.
Spiders, yeah, I had to deal with that. They got in. They get in. You just be like, hey, little guy, you gotta find a home. That's it. Spiders.
No.
Yeah, she's big. She has a big fear on spiders.
No.
Do you if you see a spider in a movie, do you turn off the movie?
No.
What if it's a movie about spiders?
I wouldn't watch a movie about spiders.
Like arachnophobia or something.
I mean, I watched Spider-Man. There were spiders in there.
Yeah, but what? How do you you're like, oh!
I feel them. I feel them on me. I'm like, I have to close my eyes, look away.
Centipedes crawling in your ears.
Oh!
A centipede's not gonna crawl in your ear, man.
What the hell's it doing in there?
And if it does, you're gonna feel it. Close your eyes and go like this. No, you feel that. That's what a centipede's gonna do. You can do that. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna wake up. Oh, it's crawling in my ear. You're gonna feel that. They are life forms too. Well, then you gotta eat. Maybe you want some brain matter. What do we use? We use 10% of our brain. You can eat the other 90%.
Oh my god, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Imagine what if a centipede crawls into your ear, gets into your brain, and then he starts taking control of you.
Ooh, I really wish that you could share this red velvet muffin. Our bug brothers.
Wish it was edible. Wait, so it's not good?
Water surrounds our brain.
The muffin's not good. Why would you want a red velvet muffin? That is bad.
It's not. He didn't say it was bad. He just wished it was edible.
That it wasn't edible. I thought he was saying that I wish it was edible, like it would taste bad or something.
No, this is garbage. And edible.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know,
gotcha. Under the radar.
The Delta kind. Yeah, what this whole Delta crap popping up is throwing me off.
But it's dope because it's all legal, so we could just go and try it on, and So like you said, all the prep work you got to do when you land somewhere. Just go to your local CBD store. No matter where you go, they got all that stuff. It's popping up everywhere. Enjoy now. How much water surrounds our brain? Is that true? Is our brain in like a little shockproof?
I hear that like packaging? It's like it like sloshes around in there.
It's all shockproof and like. Yeah.
Oh. That's why certain head injuries are worse than others because.
That is true, and it goes with your name, Tree of Life. All life is sacred. Yes, so you can't be. Look, bugs gotta eat too.
Yeah, my rule is, if they're in nature, I will get myself away from them. But if they come into my home, wrong move. You're dead. Oh no, this is my home.
All bets are off. You're in my home.
Yeah. Nah. I like toxic sprays. Toxic. Because I don't have to go close to them. I can just spray and run away and hope for the best.
That's hilarious. Do you this
is not good. Okay.
She's freaking out thinking about it. Do you like bomb? Do you bomb your house like when you go on vacation? Do you like set all the little smoke bombs?
No, but that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
So you gotta like air it out for like 3 days or something?
No, I actually really don't like toxic stuff like that.
You used to be scared of snakes and wolves, but not anymore. So how did you
overcome your fear?
Yeah, because I've been trying to overcome her fear of
I
roller
try,
coasters,
I try,
spiders.
I'm like, ooh, maybe if I could see them, you did go on a roller coaster. I'll be okay.
Which to this day, I'm proud of you for that. You did get on a roller coaster.
I did. That was a fucking moment. I was like, I'm getting on.
But it was the Batman. It was the Batman. The Batman's easy.
My legs were dangling. Yeah. It did like loop-de-loops.
Yeah. So,
Sat in the front row.
Oh, we did sit in the front row. That's right. You went with me. I was like, we gotta sit in the front row. No, we gotta make this dope.
I had the full experience.
That was the selfish me. That was the selfish part of me. Was like, I'm not gonna do a roller coaster unless I'm in the front. Like, it's the ultimate. Like, yo, I gotta be in the front. We waited an hour for this ride. Whatever. I'm in the front.
How many times in our lifetime did I wait online with you for a damn roller coaster
and punked out,
and then get to the front and be like, I'm not going there.
My kids are doing that. My kids are punking out, and that's why like Ollie finally got to the height.
Its mouth. What the hell did you pick up in the bar of an egg in its mouth?
A snake.
What?
No, you should. I mean, you should have a rational fear to snakes and wolves. You don't know like. Poisonous snakes and wolves will fuck you up. So I get that's a rational fear. But you're like 1,000 times bigger than a fucking spider.
Yeah. And I've tried rationalizing that too. I'm like, oh my God, I'm bigger than it. I'm bigger than it. I can win. Doesn't matter. Nope. Like your little mark up there on your ceiling, I'm always like catching it in the corner of my eye. I'm like, is that a spider? Up there on the left over your door. All the time. I look up there. I'm like, is that a spider?
No, this room actually gets flooded with ladybugs.
Oh, ladybugs are cool.
And they say ladybugs are supposed to be like good luck.
They're good luck. Yeah, good fortune.
So, they're cool. I'm like, all right, ladybugs.
Yeah, ladybugs land on me. I'm okay.
Remember, what was that cartoon where the ladybug was a dude? I'm like, what? I'm a dude. Yeah, see, that would happen. I believe that.
What?
And you know what the sad part about it? He became a crazy cat lady. So they got crazy cat ladies. He was a crazy snake man. Yeah.
That's a lot of snakes.
That is a lot of snakes. A 14-foot python.
That's crazy.
That's bigger than me. That's the 2 sizes of me. Almost 3 sizes of me. I'm just doing the math like, oh my God, that's huge.
Jeez. Yeah. Dude, that thing would like start in that corner and wrap around and come all over here.
Yeah. It could wrap around.
What?
So imagine that wrapping just a few times around.
Ah! Let's do it!
That's how he died. He's like...
What? Python was finally like, you haven't fed me enough.
Literally, you know what? That python was so long, that thing could have eaten him.
Yeah.
Like, was he a snake turd? That's how they found him? He was a snake turd? That thing could have eaten him in the... Man. That's crazy.
Snakes eat weird, too, because they'll swallow you whole and then slowly digest you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but you start small though. Like I'm not saying like to just dump her in the middle of the woods over here. Start small. Go to like a group camp. Like you wouldn't go to where like those like campgrounds where they have all the trailers, all the mobile homes, and there's people all around.
No, do I have one of the trailers?
No, you get a tent site. That's what I do. I get a tent site. You wouldn't
How
do that?
long are we over there for?
For a weekend.
Oh Lord.
So you can go to the beach.
That's
cold.
I'll do like 1 night. I do like 1 night. I mean, I volunteer as a camp counselor every year, and that's in the woods.
They got cabins. You're staying in the cabins. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. When I was a counselor, I was so terrified of the woods that I slept in my car.
Oh.
I didn't sleep in the cabin. No. Like, it's now over the years that I'm more embracing. I was like, what if there's like a...
Do you see that? A bear's gonna smell my fear and kill me.
You are? Awesome, buddy. Did you see a new armor? Yeah, awesome.
Get an RV. See, that's a good idea. I can't afford an RV.
No, you can't afford an RV, but you have an SUV. So why don't you just get a tent that connects to your SUV? And just stay in the tent.
My concern isn't the sleeping in a tent part. That's fine.
Okay,
what's
your concern? The bugs ending up in your tent?
No, it's not even that. I feel like I'd be fine with a right tent. It's just not gonna get in there unless somebody leaves it unzipped.
Right. So what's
I just don't want to rough it for a whole weekend. That's not fun to me.
So you want to go glamping?
I'd go glamping.
And you know what? Your friend told me that. I asked your friend. I was like, "You think she would go camping?" And she was like, "No, maybe glamping." And she's laughed hysterically. Yeah. That's why I'm glad you admitted it. I don't like in the woods anymore. You never know what's out there.
Yeah, I'm not.
See in the dark.
Not something I'm in
that is true. That is. He is right. He is right. A lot of animals do get to see in the dark too. We don't have night vision.
Yeah.
Like we weren't born with that. How are we apex predator?
Oh my god.
How are we the apex predator if we can't even see in the dark?
One more smooth. So my cats the other day, they were pissing me off. So like I went downstairs in the dark and I didn't turn my lights on. I was just staring at them so that they could think that I saw them in the dark. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can see in the dark too, motherfucker.
You just stare randomly. Your cats are like over here, they're like, what is she staring at? Yeah. And they're like looking around, like, can she see something more in the dark than we can?
I felt like, I don't know, it didn't make any sense, but in my mind it did at the time. I was like, I'm not even gonna turn on the lights. I don't need the lights to find you.
It's your way to show your cat that you're alpha. Staring at a random thing. They're like, what is she staring at? Now they're getting scared because you're still staring at it. You're not blinking. They're like, is this thing gonna attack us? Oh man. Yeah, that is true. Like, there's a lot of things I can see in the dark. Mm-hmm. See, but I'm sleeping. I'm not out in the dark. As soon as it starts to get dark, we're winding down.
I saw the sunset. I hiked to a mountain peak to see the sunset. Mm-hmm. And then as I'm walking out, like it started getting dark, like dusk, And I was like, wow, this is kind of creepy. Like, hello, I don't like this.
Do you know that the first time we decided to go camping, because we were like aching for it. We were like, we gotta go. Mm-hmm. The kids wanted to do it. They were like sleeping like for a whole week outside on my deck, right? Oh. And I was like, all right, guys, let's figure it out. So we went over here in, the Poconos, because you could camp for free in the Poconos. Mm-hmm. So we just went, found a lot, plopped down. I heard wolves that night.
Oh my god!
And I forgot my gun. I literally was laying there, like I couldn't sleep. I was laying there with my car keys in my hands. I was like, the best I could do is trigger my alarm and hope that would scare the wolves away. That was it. And I could hear them in the woods and like,
no way,
howling and everything. Ask Anthony.
Why would you tell me this story when you're trying
to convince you to go? Because you got to embrace your fears. You just got to do it. Look, I survived the whole summer long. After that, I was still camping, still having a good time. Come on, let me take you to Delaware. We'll have fun. We'll go to the beach bar. We have drinks. We can dance. The kids can go because kids are welcome. They have like a little park for them, and they can. It's great. It's great. We'll go there. We'll go to the. You just gotta get a tent. Come on.
A campfire is special.
Yeah, exactly. Campfire, not mushrooms. I'm thinking about other fun. Marshmallows. Whale
blubber.
Cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers are good.
You're just gonna ignore my comment?
Yeah, whale blubber? What is that?
Aren't marshmallows made of whale blubber?
Is that really? Is that true?
I don't think so. I tried looking up the other day.
Why do they
I tried looking up the other day.
They're made
as a kid, that's what I
sugar.
remember.
They're made of sugar. No, because whale blubber was used in candles.
And in Jello.
It was slow to...
Gelatin.
That's not true. Urban
All
legends.
Those weird things.
Urban legends. Dance around the fire and play the drums and have a hot time. There was no LSD, but when me and the boys, when we did that the first time, I was like, we are men. And so we were all doing that. I think I might have been on Delta 8, though. I might have been on edible, yeah. But no, we did that, and they were like, we are men. Annie was over here trying to start the fire. Finally got the fire going. We ate some steaks, grilled right on the fire. And then afterwards, we just had music playing, and we were just... I had that stick, one of the sticks. Mm-hmm. I was like, like tapping.
What are these? Are these like walking sticks?
Those are walking sticks. Yes, this one right there and one right there. One's mine. That one's Ollie's. But yeah, when we go camping.
To bring them in. Animal bones is gelatin.
Rocka makes me jump into the fire.
What?
Don't do that. You need tequila. Tequila makes the clothes come off.
No, they were talking about shrooms and everything that you.
Yeah.
The official walking stick.
Yeah, that's me in the woods. I was like,
somebody up with this thing.
Getting all tribal with it. No, show them that one. That one's better.
I know, but that one's so far away.
Oh my god. It's content for the show.
I grabbed the one that was close to me.
We need our producer. Where's our producer?
There.
He would have handed us the stick right here.
I think he's moving on to another show.
Is he? I get it. You finally got up for it? Yeah, this one's mine. This one's mine. Now do this. I'll do that. I was just gonna do the rest of the show. They're gonna be like, "What's up with that stick?" Somebody's gonna tune in and be like, "Why is this guy holding his stick?" Just hold it for the rest of the show.
That's why we had the mic before, so you can hold on to something.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I need props.
Numbing indica today. Ooh.
Indica.
A white grape face numbing indica.
I'm not crazy about indica. I like sativa. I like the energy, but that's the thing. I like being happy. And
I like all three. I'll be honest. I like all three.
You have your moods for it, though.
Yeah.
Say not me. I always feel like I
don't think I currently have any indica. I think everything I have is sativa or hybrid.
I feel like I'm always mellow. Like I feel like I need that energy that pick me up to like.
Yeah, but sometimes you just.
We don't talk around campfires anymore.
Like
the past people we did for thousands of years. That's right, and we passed down tradition.
Yeah. That was, you know what? That's something I really like about camp every year is that we still have that.
You like camp, but you don't go camping. Come on, come camping with us.
Like the whole camp, we usually have like 100 kids.
Your kids are gonna love it.
And we come
and you're gonna like it. You're gonna be like, you know what? It wasn't
every
that
night.
Bad, right?
We tell stories.
Do it once. You gotta at least do it once.
With my kids.
Yeah, with
my kids don't want to go camping.
Go camping.
My kids are like me. My kids are like
Lex
me.
would want.
Rico would want to.
And Lex.
Rico.
Yeah.
Lex is also like me. Do not be fooled.
He would do it.
He is also.
You know why he would do it? Because he's bonding with men. So I guarantee you have my boys, me, and him, he'll want to go. Like, if you let me take him, he'll want to go with us.
Adios.
No, but I'm saying you come with us. Like, no, that's what we got to do. I have rock on sativa heart pumping. Eye of the tiger. No, I don't need that, though. I don't want my heart. 100% paranoia. No, that's not what I want. No, I want the ones where I start tripping. They say that THC 0, you can trip on that.
Really?
Would you take it? Would you want to trip?
I'd try.
Yeah, they say people.
I don't know. I have to read more into it. I'll be honest. Let me read more into it.
I'm gonna just come back. Oh, I got it. It came in the mail.
Oh no. Actually, you know what I haven't had in a while is the gummies you gave me, the 25s.
No, you haven't had those?
I haven't had one in a while, so I think I'm gonna go home and have one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. You take a whole thing?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm still taking half. I'm still lightweight. I'm like half.
Now sit there.
Half. I actually love shrooms. And I told you this story because they're talking about shrooms.
What?
I feel like I'm like a broken radio right now. And like there's like I need my antenna, and that's what shrooms are. Shrooms are like an antenna that like really like everything's so vibrant. It's like you hear the planet, like you feel. You know how we said earlier that the planet has energy, like it knows it senses our energy. Like you on shrooms, you could sense like the Earth's energy. I told you that day.
Cool. Yeah.
Like that day, everything was so vibrantly green cool. and alive, and I could see people's negative energy and positive energy, and I was like, whoa. So I want to do shrooms again. I want to go somewhere with it and just like, oh, okay.
You hear what the boss just said?
What's that?
That trees fall for no reason at all in the woods.
But you can't hear it.
Yes, the hell you can!
You can't hear it. You're not there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Camping's not a good idea.
Trees do fall. They fell right here in my house. They just get old. And they...
Oh, I remember that. Do you remember the tree that went across my backyard?
How do you think... It
went through like 4 different houses, fences.
Yeah, how do you think mushrooms are made? Mushrooms are a fungus that eats out the tree.
Oh, the red bird.
Yeah, cardinal. Yes, that is the cardinal.
That's
which
cool.
I actually...
Look at 'em.
Yes.
Oh my god.
In the snow, it's like such a nice contrast.
Yeah.
But they like this tree right here. This tree right here behind us. That's where they're babies.
Oh, get out!
They had a little nest and then little babies. So I think those were the babies last spring that are fully grown now.
That's pretty cool.
Cause that's the same guy who keeps knocking on my window. And I'm like, how the hell are you still alive, man? And I was like, oh, there's different versions of you. Now I get it. It's a circle of life.
And they all knock on your window?
Yeah, they'll crash into the windows because they see their reflection and they fight each other. So it's like waking up. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Like, that's not a way to wake up. I'm like, look, Cardinal, I love you, buddy. I love you. You're a sign of good luck. I get it. But you're waking me up at, like, weird times right now. Gives you mind control powers. Man, I wish I had mind control powers.
That's what you're wishing for?
No, I'm just saying shrooms gives you mind control powers. That's cool.
Like, other people's minds or, like, your own mind?
I don't know. Either or. Let's try it out. Let's see. Maybe it gives you mind control powers over other people because you're like, you can see the people you can relate to. Right? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
You can see like different energies and like use their energies.
Yeah, like you can see like if I'm on shrooms, right? I'm in a good yeah, and then I see somebody who I could see that they have positive energy. I would be more open to talk to that person on shrooms. And I go on and talk to them, and we're bonding. So maybe that's literally how it is. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to be analytical right now.
No, but I definitely I think there is something special about campfires, and I like lighting the fire pit in my backyard.
Yes.
And I feel like my kids they become different people when they're around the fire.
They do, and they actually become kids again. Like remember, like we're so like right now we're so connected, like. Life is fast-paced with technology. When you actually take a step back, right, and connect with that, it's like slow. That's another reason why I like it. I feel like time slows down, right, and you're actually there in the moment. You're actually doing what you say. Like you're present. You're present in the moment. Everything else just turns off. Like when we go camping, they're barely on their phones.
Right. Like
they forget about the phones. Which, mind you, kids with phones, they love those things, but they forget about it. It's like they're present, and I love that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta come with us. You gotta come with us.
We go camping once a year. Yes, we have cabins. That is okay.
You can use the voice inside your head and read their thoughts. But isn't that just your own thoughts? Or are you hearing other people's thoughts through LSD?
I don't know. I guess you have to find out.
Take LSD. I swore off man-made drugs. I'm like, look, I want stuff that's like natural. That's why. Stuff that God gave
So
me.
shrooms, mushrooms too.
Yeah, shrooms. I'll do shrooms all day. You'll do shrooms?
I'm not there yet.
You're not ready for shrooms?
I feel like in your mind, I'm like this crazy adventurous person. But like, I'm like, that's not who I am.
You're crazy. Look. Our circle's intertwined. I've heard some crazy stories about you. You can't be all modest on here on the air. Trying to be all modest.
I'm not trying to be modest, but like I've never experimented with drugs. You know, I've never like popped grandma's pills. Like, no, I haven't done any of that.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You. Thank you, Tree of Life. Mushroom helps you appreciate the beauty of the trees by giving you the wonder of a child. So maybe that's why everything was so vivid for me. Like I could let go. I could like bring out my inner child.
Damn. His friend took LSD and it took him years to recover from the paranoia.
That's why I won't touch that shit.
Years.
That's like if you think about like the man-made shit, like LSD, meth, coke, all that shit, I would never do any of that. I'm only gonna do the stuff that God provided, and that if you look through history, it was traditions to do all that stuff, and for some reason, you know, modern man decides we want to turn that off. Like a boga, I'll do a boga. I'll do ayahuasca. Like I want to do all that. Those are all ayahuasca. Yeah, ayahuasca and iboga. They were, you know, tribal. They would do tribal rituals, and they would do, you know, before war. They would be like, all right, let's take this, or like before, you know, anything. It's like your journey. It was like you would take this to be connected with your ancestors. Yeah. To this day, if he smokes too much, he starts going down the rabbit hole. Peyote, yup, that's another one. Those are all, you know, the earth provides. Whatever we need in our life, the earth provides, right? We need water, there's water. We need food, there's food, right? We need shelter, it gives us shelter through wood, right? And if we need, you know, take care of mine, it gives us that too. Like, that's why I don't think, you know, I don't see anything wrong with, you know, weed and mushrooms and all that stuff, because it's from the earth. Yeah. How can you say a strawberry is okay, but you can't say you can't smoke weed? That don't make no sense to me. They both come from the earth. I don't know. Speaking about weed, my weed socks. Had to put that out there. Shout out to the sock gang. I mean, but think about it. Rationally, do you think that if it comes from the earth, it should be illegal? Because it alters your mind? Maybe that's what we need sometimes.
No, I agree. I think, like, if it's something that grows natural, I don't see any reason.
It's there for a reason. It's there to help for anxiety. It's there to help with all the things we have.
That's our overreaching government, though. But then we get upset when they don't overreach in other areas. Like with these monopolies, like they don't step in and say, no, these companies can't do this.
Right.
Laissez-faire.
Yeah, which one of the most addictive drugs out there, right? Oxycontin, right? Is out there, really freaking addictive. And there's a bunch of other ones too. That's okay. They're still legal. Yeah. They're still being sold. Right down the Rite Aid. Yeah. But something that you can grow that's life itself, like shrooms, that's life. Hey, you can't have that.
Those are illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal. That's bad. No. Yeah, whatever. Alcohol. Yeah, alcohol. I try to cut back sometimes, though. Like, I feel like if I'm overdoing alcohol, like, I haven't drank in like a long time. Like, I feel like I just gotta, like, kind of pause. Because my buddy, he was like, hey, you know what? Finer things in life like cigars and bourbon. So he put me onto bourbon, right? And I was like heavily, you know, hitting it hard, and I was going for the higher proof. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just stop this. So I just stopped. But I still take my edibles. I like them.
Edibles are nice.
Yeah, edibles are nice. Yeah. I'm telling you, we gotta
try. Dude, it's like snowing.
I know. Take the camera and show. This came out of nowhere.
I think you can kind of see it in the background.
Can you? Well, it is 1:57 and there's also a snowstorm. So, on that note...
I gotta get back over this mountain.
I agree. Tree of Life, that's 100%. I totally think alcohol should be illegal and mushrooms should be legal. I do agree with that.
Oh, there it is. There's the snow. Look, you have all this green outside your window. What kind of tree is this?
I have no idea.
It's an evergreen, evidently.
There's a bush over here that's all green, too.
What the heck? I like this.
I got birds. I'm like, aren't you birds supposed to be...
South?
Yeah. This house, like, confuses me.
The comments are pouring in.
We are getting 5 inches of snow on Saturday, and you're in the city, right? You're in NYC, right? So, oh, my God. That means we're going to see some of that.
We're going to see a lot more of that.
Oh, can it be over? I'm ready for the sun.
It's only January.
I know. I used to take things for ADHD, but I realized I smelled just like a crack.
What?
Crooklyn. I think you are on the right track because I think, you know, the earth provides everything we need. Mm-hmm. So we have mental issues. And I'm glad that a lot of scientists are looking into this. Just today, one of the stocks I was watching just shot up because they said they were going to actually look into psychedelics as a means to combat anxiety. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that scientists are, you know, starting to open up more to the stuff that the earth was, natural medicines that was out there. But of course, what they're going to do is they're going to put it in a pill. And they're going to say, here you go. And now it's legal because it's in a pill. Don't get me on my conspiracies. Listen, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the show, please subscribe, like, comment. You guys did comment. You guys did beautiful today. You gave us a lot of content. Mm-hmm. And stay tuned. You're going to do a sibling takeover.
Yeah, I've got one that's coming out.
I got a movie review that I got to do soon. And thank you guys. Thank you. This meant a lot, you know. And I know you got to hit the road before the snow gets worse.
Yeah, whatever the hell's going on out here.
So, what you want to...
Be sure to hit the bell because you're going to forget to check back. And while we're trying to figure out our schedule, you know, be popping up as often as we can.
Yeah, Thursday this time?
Yeah, so we're thinking doing Tuesdays, Thursdays at this time.
And then we'll fill it with the other content that we're going to have.
Yeah.
Be it together or randomly. Because, once again, this is our channel. We can do whatever we want, right? Whatever you guys want from us, we'll do it. And I'm here every week. Thank you, boss. Thank you. That's why you're the boss. Like, keep that name. I know you like to switch your names. Keep that one. We're going to say, you know what? He's the boss. We're going to make him a moderator when things get crazy later on. But, I love you guys. That's all I can say. Thank you for believing in us and keeping us motivated. Like, I was really bummed about doing this movie review, but now I'm psyched. So
yeah, I'm glad you're excited about that. I feel like movie reviews is just something you do naturally anyway.
It is.
You know?
It is. And I got to find an audience to talk to because I can't talk to you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just like, oh, okay.
I can't talk to you.
All right, guys. Take care.
Stay safe, guys. We love you.